toys, 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 manly toys, 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 toys,
and TV and movies too.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Toy Duo. And look, there's a duo up here. There's no more and no less than a duo. Anyways, we're coming to you live every week to talk about action figures, pop culture, whatever jumps to mind. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. Today, it's me and Rick from Rickolite from Left Coast Graphics.
The one and only. Thanks for being here.
So I did throw up a poll. It's is anyone excited for Acolyte? There's two choices. It's 100% yes, yes, and yes, and nope. And currently the poll is 56% nope.
All right, I gotta go vote.
So we'll see how that goes. Let's say hello to some people who joined us in the chat. It's Black Shrek, and he has joined us. He was first saying, hello, my friends. Jummy McClunky is here. We got Jonathan Redmond joining us. Gerard Kane. David R. is here. Paul Morales. Gap After Dark. Let's see. Everyone saying hello. Silver Scratch Built Productions has joined us. Thank you all for joining us in the chat. We are short Dan this week. He is not going to be here to monitor the chat, so I will do my best to
Sure you
find them and put them up and stuff like that, and answer any questions or whatever. So if you have questions, we have answers, and if we don't have answers, we will definitely make some up.
Are the missing Toy Duo members on suspension because they cussed last week?
Yes.
All of them. Okay.
There was some improper communication, so no, nobody's suspended. I think Eric said he's running a little bit late. Dino has some sort of excuse where he's got to do like yard work or something like that. And he just says 3:00 in the afternoon on the East Coast, just not a good time for him. So pretty soon he'll just have an X through his picture on the thumbnail. And then Connor just, he's got a lot of responsibilities, and we're not talking
You had
about
a whole week of nothing to do. Did you manage to vernify?
I did not.
Dude? Okay.
I did not.
Next week. Maybe next week.
Maybe. I know that Dan's out because he's got a graduation, and then who am I missing? Connor.
Is Connor?
He's just taking it easy over there. No, he's probably just taking it easy. Decided that we don't interest him that much. No, I don't.
We're just a North American show. We don't want those Europeaners.
Right.
Europeans.
Oh, you just got canceled again.
I just made a new word up and I got canceled for it.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Silver Scratch. Everybody's just saying hello. There's no questions yet. Okay. And remember, we are available to listen to and stream on podcasts. I guess Rick, you have your Left Coast Theories also available as a podcast that you guys can follow and listen to all of the theories. And then you can listen to this show where I debunk all of his theories and prove.
That's a whole new podcast. Yeah. So I'm going to name the podcast channel, whatever the terminology, the podcastology is, the Left Coast Theories, just for fun. And I got a cool logo already, but it's going to be basically the after show, the Star Wars after show. So I've already uploaded Andor, which is, the only one that really counts. And even the most recent Ahsoka, the after show. And we'll continue with the upcoming Acolyte after show. And so that'll be the first time where I upload a podcast through the RSS feed, and it goes directly to Spotify. And I get, 3 listens compared to like my 12 views on YouTube. So that's going to be like 15 and 18 soon. Watch. And I know for 3 weeks in a row, I've told people, go to Spotify and subscribe. And I've actually lost 1 subscriber.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
I have 3.
I think it thought I was a bot and kicked me out.
Yeah, so I have 3. And I think I'm one of the subscribers. I think I can subscribe to my own podcast.
Gap wants us to do a custom action figure stream. I don't know if that is at Intel, like doing a live stream and building figures like on the screen, because I have a couple of projects in the work. So I think I could
like
do
a puzzle
Yeah.
stream, but we're
I think,
building.
like turning your camera on and doing your fancy paint work and all that kind of, see who has the best painting technique.
I'm totally down.
Yeah, we could do that.
My problem is, like, I think I need to start customizing like 12-inch or bigger figures, because, like, you know, trying to paint eyeballs and the details, like when you're
No, you need a magnifying glass.
29 years old, your eyesight's not as good.
100%. I bought this 50 times magnifying glass that I use to now paint the eyes, and they're 100% better, but they're still not that great.
I've never even. I'm not old enough.
Yeah.
So I'll videotape it with my phone, zoomed in, and literally look at it on my screen.
No, you need while you're painting, you need to be able to do that. So Gap's also suggesting that we bring in Lack. And have you seen some of his work? I watched the stream yesterday where they were showing off the custom space camo TIE fighter. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why I don't have one of those on my shelf, but no, I'm just kidding.
It's coming. It's awesome, Lack. And
It's
what
in
would
the
be
mail.
great is if you were able to get a bunch of Action Fleet or Micro Galaxies or any of those, the miniature kind of vehicles at a decent price, like $5-10 a piece or cheaper, and custom paint job an army of vehicles that way. But
right. All right, let's see.
Collect them for a while. What's up,
Jonathan? Oh, hey guys. Jonathan wants to make sure that if we do a stream, that we don't do it at a Greenwich Mean Time friendly time or anything. So he wants us to do it like at 6-7 o'clock West Coast time, which would make it 10 o'clock East Coast time, which would make it like sleep time. What?
So let's all do it at 4 in the morning, like our time. So then it's perfect for him, like on his lunch break.
I think noon on the West Coast kind of makes it, I think, right around 8 o'clock GMT. So I think like on a weekend, we could even push this back if we wanted to, like 2 o'clock here, 5 o'clock where you guys are, and then it'd be like 10 o'clock. And then I wouldn't have to like script out some of your language and stuff like that.
Or you can do what all those AI YouTube channels do and just replay the video for like 24 hours straight, but say it's live on the bottom. So just people still engaging in the chat and stuff, and they won't even know it's not live just because we're not answering their chat.
Right. So Sir Eric has joined us. He said he was running a little bit late, but he is here. And Johnny 5, is he AI, is also here. Did he bring a ruler to do a beard check?
Oh, crap.
Need input.
I need to go get a ruler? God, freaking. Hold on.
Okay, John, how many Yodas tall is it? Okay, so we go from the bottom lip.
I just wanted to see his shorts.
2 Yoda, 3 Yoda.
Look, is that a CD and DVD collection right outside the door?
Maybe 5 or
Looks
6
like
Yoda, 6 or 7 or 8
Books, maybe?
Yoda. I'm gonna say
It's got a
7.
yardstick.
Your beard's not that long, John.
All right, hold on, guys. I'll get it out.
What?
Oh, demonetized. My beard is 7.5 Yodas long.
I think you have this show confused with one that comes on Sundays and Mondays.
On Jonathan's channel.
Let's see.
What did you call that? You didn't call that a meter stick, did you?
Yardstick.
Yards. Go metric.
All right, there you go, John. What is it?
It looks like it's about 8 inches.
8.
Yeah.
Rick just had a driller in his hand again.
What are 8? Where are you measuring from? Your nose?
No, from the bottom of the lip.
I went from around here.
Does that include stragglers?
No.
I got 12 inches.
Whoa, look at that.
I don't know. There was a little cheating going on in the measuring department. Oh, yeah, you stretched it.
Oh, should I stretch it out? I'll stretch
it's not
it out.
elastic hair like yours, Verd.
Oh, Jesus. If I stretch it out, it can go to about 11. But
There you
I
go.
don't know.
Well,
So it's
you know,
somewhere between 8 and 11. There you go.
We're all used to stretching it out. Yardstick. It's called a meter stick.
All right, so we got a new thing we're gonna do this week. I think I gave you guys fair warning. This is Welcome to Bragging Camp.
Yeah.
So time for a little bit of show and tell. We'll let Eric go first. You pick anything up this week you want to show off?
Yep. Finally got Kiadi Mundi.
Oh, that's what your GIF was. I thought you were going to show a whole bunch of stormtroopers.
No. Yeah. I showed the GIF of Kiadi Mundi getting
that is really cool.
Decimated by Commander Bakara and the Galactic Marines. But yeah, this is an excellent figure. It's weird that this is the best Jedi mold that we have. Of all the characters that are out there, this is the best. You've got really, really, really deep cut for the elbows. It's kind of hard to see. So you can really...
Oh, yeah, I like that. So you can get
you can really do two-handed poses much easier, and the butterflies. Yeah.
Can he get the saber over his head like this?
I haven't tried that. To do that, you're talking about the Anakin pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried that. That might be a little hard with his cone head. But on top of that,
spoiler alert: Anakin stole that from his.
Oh, the hand comes off
from Luke. That was Luke's pose.
Ball jointed.
Oh wow!
Oh, like the Indiana Jones.
And Figure Dan in the modal nodes, which I also have on my shirt.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
He's a cool looking alien figure.
Yeah.
So who had that in stock to ship?
The beard and the ponytail.
I got it from Pulse.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's nice. And they shipped out right away then. That's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, but I don't think, I personally didn't like the way they handled Kiadi Mundi. They just made him available as soon as he was in stock, but he hit I think Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth out of nowhere, and then Pulse came up with no advance warning or anything, so went out of stock immediately. I think he's back available for pre-order on Pulse now. I think I checked earlier today, but yeah, it's a really good figure.
Yeah,
I hope they use a lot of this kind of technology with the deep cut elbows and whatnot for new versions of Anakin and Obi-Wan and everyone else.
That's cool. Yep, nice.
Really
I'm looking forward to seeing your review.
You'll be waiting.
All right.
You just saw it.
There's really only a handful left they haven't made, from the Jedi Council. Besides, there's
a lot more.
But I mean, using that body,
Yeah.
All right.
They can get it.
Yeah.
Is Johnny 5? Is he AI? Is that everything, Eric? Or did you have?
Yeah. No, that's. I mean, I have other figures, but this is the coolest one. I think. Yeah.
Did you buy one to rock and one to stock?
No.
Okay.
Black Series, I'm just an opener.
John's on mute because he's eating.
He's eating.
Well, no, Rick's giving me crap about the hat.
What do you got,
stuff.
Rick? Let's skip John.
I got a $5 ammo pickup.
I was doing the
I a few of them because I'm gonna reuse this robe.
Look, it's destroying the packaging.
You're just doing that for views.
Yep, he did.
Well, yeah, I get all the views on your channel. No, I just want this robe, because the new Obi-Wan from the Phantom Menace pack, he's robeless. This one, so
yeah.
Hey, Eric, Gap wants to know what your figure's name is. Can you please say it and then spell it?
Kiadi Mundi. KI-ADI-MUNDI. Yeah.
Those dashes are important.
The link is in his review.
Yeah. I don't know if that was sarcastic or not, but if genuinely curious, it's
Kiadi.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's was asking. Let's see. Let's see.
Hello there.
Ricardo is here. He's saying Conehead is his name. Gap. Rick, is that robe too small for you to wear?
Maybe I can stretch it.
And
That's my song, Jumpy.
I thought John would like that.
That's
Gary
my
Sproul
song.
saying hello.
That's awesome.
Drew Rosa is here. I'm
But
the
there's-
nephew of Scratchy Von Itchy. Hey,
There's also
welcome to the show.
Kenobi from the Kenobi series where he's got like a sleeveless robe. So
Oh, that's kind of cool.
His face looks a little bit too round on that.
picked up 3 of these. Just maybe I'll rip
Just
the
for the
robe out,
robes.
basically.
All
I
right,
love this one. I love this line. Like they're affordable to begin with. Like in the States, I think they're like $8. I don't know how much they are in the States. $12. Canada, they're $19. But so when I see them at a dollar store for $5 Canadian, yeah, I have no problem buying multiples of them. Like
Right.
we don't get a bunch of $5 Black Series and
Right.
vintage collection. It's quite rare, so we'll get these. And there's some new Stranger Things, like with fright features, which I'd never seen in any retailer or even online pictures before. But they're in there for $5. They're very bad, but they're $5.
All right. Jonathan says he's got he bought a bunch for the robes also. Let's see. Hoppy Creations is saying hello. He's here. Chip
Hello there.
is here. Hello.
Hey, Chip.
People saying hello. KCC Toys is saying he's glad he made it because he just finished Godzilla -1 on Netflix. Is it really
Nice.
on Netflix?
Yeah. As of this morning. Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta go.
It
Okay.
just popped up. It was like out of nowhere. I was on Twitter
Like-
late last night.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Like,
It's also they have a
without a
dubbed version.
VPN, I can just do it on US
Yeah.
States. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's also a dubbed
And
version. Am I not mistaken?
What?
All
I don't know, but for what it's worth, when you go on Netflix, they may have since fixed this. But when I looked this morning, it wasn't on like recently added. You might have to search for it, John.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm pretty sure I
here.
saw you can watch it 2 ways or buy it because you can buy it now, right? From all the
Yeah, but you don't have to buy it if you have Netflix.
But you can watch it undubbed, in the original languages with subtitles, or you can watch it dubbed, which I'm interested in watching it dubbed because
All right, we'll just skip John.
because it was a good movie.
I'm
but
ready. I'm ready.
Missed half of it because I was reading it.
Real quick, John. Real quick, sorry. So Vern, you were asking about doing like the Anakin pose.
Yes.
He definitely can't because of his head, but also even the soft plastic robe
Okay.
impeding the shoulders.
The shoulders going up. Okay, well that makes sense.
But if you had a soft goods robe,
it would work fine.
Yeah.
Or if they
style
had
of
like
robe I'm
trimmed the
talking
top of
about,
that robe and made it part of that like butterfly joint, it would have probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what'd you get, John? What do you got?
I was pulling a dude.
Yes, except for you didn't put the camera up high enough in honor.
I
of the
can't.
dude
That's
here
as far
last
as
week.
it'll go back. I couldn't get it to go all the way. I could duck. I was trying to duck, So I'm gonna go old school and show off the Dreadnought
Oh, look at that!
tricycle.
I feel like I'm looking at oh darn it! Never
So
mind.
that's totally
remember the
coming
name
to
of the movie.
classified. You know that, right? Like guaranteed. That's badass.
That is cool. You
It
just picked that one up?
easily could be. I got it a little while ago. But I just finished it because I was able to get these missiles put on just yesterday.
Well,
I
look at
went
the vehicles
through-
the Dreadnoughts have that big car, right?
Oh,
Yeah, well, the
Godzilla's
first one,
dubbed.
the first one
Sorry.
was the Dreadnought Thunder Machine, the big car. Yeah, that Road Warrior looking car.
So
And
they'll
then
probably
they did-
never make that at 6-inch scale.
He does.
Then they did a swamp skier. They had a swamp skier that turned into a a helicopter. It was like a ski boat that turned into a helicopter. And then they did this.
It's
The
kind of hard to
Dreadnought.
see, but it's there.
Okay.
And Zartan's like,
Oh yeah,
Swamp
Zartan's
Dew.
little skier. Yeah, the chameleon.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised that doesn't come out yet either.
I have one.
No, I mean for the blacks or the classified.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it
have.
will.
I
Don't
have
worry.
one.
It's
I
not
have
that-
one.
And they've already made him twice, right? They made him in a deluxe package and a
Oh,
regular
Zartan.
package.
I think
Zartan.
Zartan's
But-
been out 3 times, but
But I mean,
I
so
have- I
they're
have a
gonna make
swamp
him a
skier
4th
for
time
mine.
for his swamp buggy.
Yeah, Zartan's been out in the regular release. They had that special edition that color changes color, and then they had a retro package one.
But no swamp buggy yet.
no, I have one.
Well, yeah. Etsy sells the classified swamp buggy thing.
Well, my friend Paul gave it to me.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's the one that sells it on Etsy.
Yeah,
probably.
he printed it and painted it.
That's
He
perfect.
printed it and painted it and sent it to me. It looks.
It's the future.
But yeah, the other day I went through. I had 183 vintage parts, and it ended up being for GI Joe, Masters of the Universe. There was even the Crystar, the Crystal Warrior guys. There were weapons for them. There was even weapons for Power Lords in there. Do you remember Power Lords?
No.
I do,
And,
and I'm TriStar. Didn't they all have like clubs?
Yeah, they were like glow. They were like translucent, like see-through. You know?
Yeah. Those I love translucent.
Yeah.
figures.
Well, one had like an axe, and I got one of the axes, and yeah, there was like a lot of parts, and fortunately, these missiles were in the pile, so
Nice.
now this is complete now, and I actually completed 3 or 4 of my vehicles in GI Joe stuff with all those parts, but I went through and labeled every single one, bagged them up, the ones I don't need, and have them all ready to take up to Joe Fest with me.
No.
For
What's
trading.
cool about old GI Joe toys, like or the vintage GI Joe toys, is there's that I don't know the name of the website, but that website dedicated to like IDing all the parts. So you can go like blue backpack, and it'll like boom show you the 11 different blue backpacks, and then you
Yeah.
narrow it down from there because there's pictures of the front and back. It's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work to do stuff like
I
that.
just
but I've
used my
that
guide.
website a lot.
I just used my guidebook on the stuff I
There's
didn't
books
know.
too, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Is that it, John?
Yeah, that's cool, right? I mean,
Yeah.
just showing off a vintage motorcycle that will soon be in the classified series.
That's nice. All right, I'll show you what I got. Hold on. So they came out with the. I was looking for that Muhammad Ali, and that one pack there where he's
They're
like
$12.
They're
Yeah, I got that.
$13, so can't
Yeah.
pass that up. This guy finally picked him up. I'm gonna pit him next to the Marvel Legends Shang-Chi that looks almost exactly like him, except for I think the neck post.
Well,
And
no,
then-
that guy comes with a candy bar.
Yeah, and then this limited edition 9,900 was $8.99 at Ross, which
Oh,
means
wow.
that Mcfarlane couldn't even sell 9,900 of them.
They should at least made the price $9.90 to make it match the
But I
production
did,
run.
but I did find this little thing at Ross, and
Oh, that's
it
cool.
extends.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
It's supposed to
Wow.
be for spices and stuff in your.
It's weird
cabinet.
that it's 2 colors instead
Yeah,
of
but-
all black or all gray, but it looks awesome.
Who the hell is this? Has to be Dino. Who's the messenger?
That works perfect, Vern.
Yeah.
I wish we
So I
had
thought it
Ross.
was kind of cool. I just wanted to show that. So
That'd be pretty cool.
I've seen similar things like that, but not that cool.
and then just want to give everybody a heads up that hold on. This coming week, Star Wars Acolyte is premiering, and on Thursday, right? On
Thursday.
Left Coast Graphics, he's going to have the Star Wars Acolyte after show for episodes 1 and 2. So you got to watch your episodes before then, so you can like tune in and give your opinions of what everything means and how the series is going to end before we even potentially get there. So get your theory stuff ready for that.
Get your team full of hats on.
And then I do have a
I'm
poll
excited.
in the chat.
Me too, Eric.
Um,
The trailers are making it look more and more fun, and nothing to complain about yet. So I have high expectations. Again, the news I'm seeing is it's the second most expensive. It's a weird terminology or reason for me to want to like it, but it's the second most expensive Disney Plus Star Wars series they made after Andor. To me, that means something. Like that means
Right.
it's not all stagecraft. It means
Well, we'll
there's
see.
puppets, there's people in costumes, there's training, there's choreography, whatever you want to call it. All these things that cost a few extra bucks, right? CGI costs money and stuff too, but it's all the practical effects. I think that's what made Andor so good, besides the dramatic and the writing and the acting. high hopes. High hopes. High hopes. High hopes. High hopes.
All right, Mr. B is here. Yep. So get ready for that. I do have a poll that I started. I don't think everybody's voted yet, but it's
And Vern
anyone
was
excited for
invited.
Acolyte? There's two
officially.
answers: 100% yes, yes, and yes, and nope. And a close second is nope.
Vern, did you get the invite to the Acolyte after show?
I did not. No. I got put into like some sort of like a message thing, but I didn't. I was kind of confused because the thumbnail keeps changing.
Oh,
I wasn't sure that like the day it's purposely scheduled while I'm still at work.
all planned, and it's when Jonathan goes to bed. So like,
Right.
Yes.
as soon as Jonathan's
Conveniently.
done for the night, like 10 o'clock p.m. his time, that's when I'm going live.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
No, you
Mod
said
Extra
you
is
were going
saying
to go
he's-
live at 5, which is 8 for me.
Yeah, Mod Extra
I'm
is
going
out
to
for
bed.
Star
I'm going
Wars.
to bed right after the stream.
Perfect. So we won't go for 3 or 4 hours. It's a good reason too to pick that time. So Eric and John, they'll kind of start getting droopy and sleepy in the East Coast, while us left coasters are like, whoa, I'm still awake for another hour.
I just woke up. Yeah, yeah.
G-Force is here saying hello to everybody.
What's up?
All right. Let's get into this part. So this is this week's episode of the TV and movie news you didn't know you needed. See, I fixed it. I even
Does it
spelled-
count? Does it count if this week I started watching the old but newer version of Bionic Woman?
Oh, the newer
I
one.
found it on Roku for.
Oh, that I actually liked that one actually. Let's see.
I don't know how I missed it when it was out. When was
Not
it
to
out? Like in
mention one of the
2011 or something?
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what headlines we've pulled down this week.
That's new for me this week. I
Okay.
don't know about you guys.
Giancarlo Esposito is confirmed for his MCU debut in 2025, and he's set to play a villain in the upcoming Captain America: Brave New World.
Is
Which
he
is
playing the Red Skull?
interesting because that is finished filming, but they're doing reshoots now.
Reshoots. Yeah.
And now is where they're introducing, hey, let's. So I wonder if he's replacing someone, or if they're like, hey, now that we finished making
Teasing something else. Yeah.
now that we finished making this, let's put in a whole brand new character.
Yeah, I'm listening to somebody's TV in the background or something like that.
Yeah, some noise is happening.
I don't have a TV. Well, I do, but I don't have cable.
I don't hear anything.
All right.
I think it's Jonathan Redmond.
I just spent
Was
6.5 hours trimming hedges, mowing, edging, cleaning up. Woo, it's hot out there, everybody.
How could
All
you
right.
stay outside for 6 hours? It's so hot. I would die.
We don't want
That
to know
would
about
probably
your personal
literally
grooming,
kill
G.
me.
All right, I was suspecting that he was going to be Doctor Doom, but now that he's going to be in Strange New Worlds, yeah, I don't know who he's going to be.
Well, there's
'Cause he'll
set
be
photos of not him, but his stand-in.
Uh-huh.
Like there's actual set photo leaks, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
And he's just an African American
dude.
in a suit. He's just a guy in a suit. So it's,
So he could
thought
be
he was
Doctor
gonna be
Doom. He could be
Mephisto,
Victor
'cause
Von Doom.
I thought Mephisto would be perfect because he's got an evil. He's the
Mm.
most evil, voted the most evil villain on TV of all time recently.
I mean,
But yeah,
I mean, theoretically, he could also be Victor Von Doom, and they're just like introducing him as the person before Fantastic Four. But then, are they going to de-age him for the Fantastic Four?
When it goes back to the 60s, yeah, they
Right.
will.
Yeah.
he's a pretty handsome guy. It wouldn't be hard, I don't think.
Probably
No,
not.
he could be Doom, and because like if he's got a cameo in Brave New World or just like a scene or two,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have him come in just like that because none of us would know who he is.
Sure.
Like if you're doing a small scene or a cameo, you've got to be in the green cape and the helmet or something. But he could remove the helmet or
No.
put the helmet on. You know what I mean?
Did you not watch the Eternals?
He is a human character, right? Like
Did you not watch the Eternals? Because they teased the Black Knight, and almost nobody knew it.
Yeah, of course.
The
Yeah,
Jon
because
Snow
they didn't
actor
have them
guy?
wear the
Yeah.
because they
And
didn't
Blade.
have them wear the outfits. You know what I
and the
mean?
Blade actor guy, yeah.
Right.
And that's what we're going on 3-4 years ago now
Yeah.
that Eternals came out.
Uh huh. And we
Neither
still don't
of
have.
those shows have moved forward to even be written or officially announced. Well, I guess they've been announced.
I mean, to be honest, have you seen the Eternals?
I liked it.
The opening 25 minutes, maybe.
See,
I
the
like the
Eternals.
Eternals. Yeah.
The Eternals was another one of those movies where I was like, okay, if you build the Eternals as a science fiction film about some guys that get superhero powers that have been here forever, it works as a science fiction movie outside of the MCU.
But it doesn't work with the MCU.
As soon as you say it's an MCU film about the Eternals, then it sucks.
Do you know why?
I was just gonna say I want to see more Patton Oswalt as Pip the Troll.
The problem that I had with the Eternals was the same problem that I had with Highlander and all those people frozen in that cave after the guy was like the final one, right? So just because they were in this protective cave, they weren't counted in the,
that's right, in number
original
3.
Reckoning.
Yeah, part 3.
I'm like, okay. That's what I felt like when I watched the Eternals. Oh, we were told not to get involved.
Yeah, we were here, but we just didn't do anything.
I eventually pulled through and watched the whole show, but I didn't enjoy it. Like,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just following John's suggestion from last week, since you said something similar about the Eternals, I did watch Madam Web, and I tried to just not think it was tied into anything Marvel related. It still sucked.
It still sucked.
Yeah, that's why you can't take John's advice. All right. Anyways,
did you make it through it?
Yeah.
Were you entertained? So you were entertained enough to get through the whole movie. See, that's
no, I watched it because I'm not like once I start watching something, I have to finish it. I don't.
Oh no, I turn shit off. If it's bad enough, I turn it off. Or
yeah, there's some really bad stuff out there, Eric.
All right, so do you guys watch this show called Black Mirror on Netflix?
I've never watched it.
It's kind of like every episode's different. It's kind of like Twilight Zone-y, so it's like some weird thing happens. It's Twilight.
Every single episode's about something going wrong with somebody's phone. I hate it.
No,
I hate how every other episode's about something going wrong with an app on your phone. It's
sure.
Like, no, stop it. No. Write something about aliens. Do something about robots. Come on.
So one of the best episodes of the show was this USS Callister. Do you remember seeing that one? Anybody watch it? Okay, so the idea,
I don't know.
Okay, so the idea was, I think it was the season opener for a couple of seasons ago or whatever. But the idea was that this guy, it was like a video game, and it was like Star Trek-esque or whatever. But like he was putting himself into the game with one of these, like, you know, the little headset piece, which would take him in there. And I guess he was taking the DNA of all his coworkers and he put them in the game. And somehow, I think it was something like that were in the game, but the people in the game were like alive. Like they were sentient and stuff like that. And they just did whatever he wanted because he would force them to or whatever. So it was like his way of forcing his coworkers to be his friends or whatever, but they were afraid of him. And then they had to come to terms with it. And I think he gets locked in the game, something like that. But it's pretty good. It's very Star Trek-y and stuff like that. So they're making a sequel, or they made a sequel episode to that episode. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that one. If you don't watch any of the other episodes.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Interesting. No, I've heard mixed reviews, and most reviews have been good about it being, you know, a little bit weird. Like, oh, did you see that episode? But check it out one day. Yeah, that one episode, if you're not into the whole series, that one's pretty good. They had a few good episodes. Some of them, like John said, are kind of like feel repetitive in a way, but I think overall it's like the Twilight Zone. How many strange things can happen to people. The show I'm watching now is season 3 of Shoresy, and I know I brought it up before. Jersey Shore? No, it's just called Shoresy. It's a senior men's hockey team.
So nobody's ever seen this show, Canada. Because it's only in Canada.
Right, it's on the CBC.
Available on Disney Plus or whatever, HBO, whatever crap you got in the States.
It's on HBO and Disney Plus in Canada.
Hilarious, man. Like, you don't have to be Canadian to enjoy it, but it helps. Like, it helps. It's so good, man. It's way better than the first show, Letterkenny, that the guy made.
Right. It's Shoresy.
Did they find a mouse in his beer?
It's worse, man. It's Strange Brew is a good comparison. Like, it's
okay.
it's silly, but it's Canadian, more Canadian-ish, like with the accents and
All right,
making fun of people in different provinces. And it's hilarious, man.
that sounds funny. Anybody pick this up? I think it just dropped onto Netflix.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's on my list. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a series, so it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, okay, you want to invest in it, and then you got to choose whether or not you're going to do it all at once or spread it out over time, right? This is a type of show that for me, I might want to do like a couple episodes, take a break, and then a couple episodes just to be able to ingest like what had happened, because it seems like it's pretty good. I watched the trailer.
And that I think is good. I think if they dropped whatever, all 10 or 8 episodes, and maybe a certain percentage of people didn't like it, then that might detour you or me or some people to get into it and watch it. So I think dropping episodes like the old fashioned weekly style, I think is the best way for these shows to really happen.
Yeah, I do like that.
Helps promote your own show. Like it's,
I think I said with the Fallout, I kind of binged that, and I kind of wish I didn't, because when it was over, it was like, oh, I still wanted more. So if I had like just forced myself not to watch all the episodes every day, of the week or whatever, and spread them out, maybe I would have been, had something to look forward to. So it's one of those, like, you can't put a bag of chips in front of me because the bag of chips will be gone.
Yeah, I hate having to wait. I think weekly is a bad idea, because then if by episode 3 it really sucks, everyone's saying how much it sucks, and the rest of them all go down the toilet. And sometimes they just go, well, screw it, we're not going to bother releasing the last 3. So those of you who do like the show never get to see how it ends, because we canceled it before it's done.
Yeah.
I get that too, but I think it's in the best interest of the streaming service to have people pay their $12 a month or $4 a month for 2 months, as opposed to one. You know what I mean? Like it's there's no good purpose at all to dumping your whole, like with Stranger Things, I think does that. They drop their whole season.
Yeah, the last time they dropped the seasons in 2 halves, though.
That.
Yeah.
Like I love to binge watch stuff, but there's so much stuff, even though I'm still a pop culture aholic, like a lot of you guys, and I watch a lot of these shows. Most hopefully are good, but some of them are bad. But there's so much of that we haven't watched. We all talk about it every week. Oh, I haven't seen that series yet. You can still go back and watch it. Like if you haven't watched Deadwood, and Deadwood, all your friends recommend, like all my friends recommend Deadwood. I just haven't done it yet. But once I do start,
wait, you haven't seen Deadwood?
Episodes.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Really love it.
Oh,
and then
all right.
for another 8 hours.
You're out. You're out of here.
So I have a question about this show. So this says that Benedict Cumberbatch plays a puppeteer.
Right.
Okay, that's him on the screen. So who's in the puppet?
Okay, so imagine this. Like, so from what I gathered from the trailer and reading it, his kid
a puppet.
His kid gets kidnapped, and he is like the guy that works on like a Sesame Street type show. So his kid has drawn this monster before he disappeared. So he thinks if he creates this monster that his kid has drawn and sees it on TV, it will make him realize that he's wanted, because they think he might have just run away.
So there's a different puppeteer in the puppet.
No, I think he goes crazy.
It's in his head, dude.
I think
he's on LSD.
Yeah, I think he ends up going crazy in the show or something like that.
It's not.
Oh,
sativa.
well, we knew this guy when I was a kid. Is this a story about me?
About you?
My mom knew. No, seriously, my mom knew a puppeteer when I was a kid, and the puppeteer went nuts, and he took LSD and went crazy, and he scared me, so I left the studio when I was watching them do their thing, because he scared me, and Mom had to look all over the place for me, and I had walked down the road and went to a bowling alley and was playing at the bowling alley because the puppeteer guy scared me.
Your life
so is this show about me?
The same guy. It could be the same guy, John.
Is this show about me and my mom's friend, the crazy puppeteer guy?
All right.
He made a giant one-eyed flying purple people eater puppet. And he also made a puppet.
We only have so many good Canadian shows, like
right.
So you got to watch the good ones,
like When the Heart Calls, right?
No, like Captain Carson Teva was on.
Yeah, Kim's Convenience was
Kim's
good.
Convenience
shows.
Yeah,
that
Kim's
made it big in
Convenience
States
was
too, right?
Kim's
yeah.
Convenient was one of my favorite shows for.
And you're
when I was
welcome for like Mr. Dress Up and Mr. Kangaroo and all those things. You guys, Nickelodeon, all
was
those
Captain
shows.
Kangaroo.
Was he
Captain
Canadian?
Kangaroo
It
Canadian?
all came from the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.
No.
Mr. Dress Up taught Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers first was in Canada, and then him and Mr. Dress Up, he's the Canadian version. They
Hold
were
on,
buddies.
wait a minute,
They
Rick.
did
I'm
the
going to
show-
call
hold
you.
on.
No,
They
hold
did their
on.
show together in Canada.
What's
Where's
the
my
Mr.
fake
Dress
news
Up?
banner?
And
Yeah,
then
fake
Kids in
Mr.
the
news.
Hall.
Rogers
I
kind
gotta
of
do my
took
fake
his
news banner.
idea and went down to America and made a new show called
All right,
Mr. Rogers.
Can't
Neighborhood.
find it, but that's fake news. I saw the
Google it.
Mr. Rogers movie
Yeah,
with Tom
movie.
Hanks.
That was he wasn't Mr. Dress Up
He
guy.
was
Was
never,
not
he
even
was
in it.
never in Canada.
Remember, those movies are based on true stories.
Yeah,
They aren't
100%
all true.
Not if Tom Hanks is in it.
That's like
Tom
Rump
Hanks is the
claiming that
actor.
everything was created in the UK.
Most things are from Canada. To be
All
fair.
right.
Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
It's not.
All right. Okay. Creator Spotlight. So this week on the Creator Spotlight, and I know Connor sent me one. We're going to do that one next week. But this week I thought I'd shout out.
Oh,
I'm
it's
not
a
gonna go on
dead
Twitter, but-
turtle.
Dwayne Shoots Toys. I don't have his link, but it's right there. It's at Dwayne Shoots Toys. He's on Twitter. He is on Instagram at Dwayne Shoots Toys. One of the cool things about this guy is that he makes
Running out of batteries.
like his sets,
Yeah.
right? So all that stuff is like look at the Power Glove on
Donnie was
yeah.
wearing the Power Glove. Yeah.
yeah,
And it's
then
a 3-fingered one.
his gym and this little McDonald's thing that he made is like super cool. So he's got like little videos and stuff of the stuff that he's made. But
Like McDonald's pizza.
Yeah,
They
had
used to
looked
have
at-
pizza.
Oh,
yeah, a long
McPizza was
time ago.
actually
Tough
really
market
good
thing.
too.
I don't remember that.
Ready
And
in 5
then-
minutes too. Or
I mean, he made a music store that looks super
that
cool.
is that's very cool.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. This is a good call.
Yeah.
I saw
So
a cool thing a guy made today inside a VHS tape. Like he made
Oh,
like an
yeah, I
Endor,
That
The
was
Star
Endor
Wars-
diorama inside a little. It was
With it,
cool,
like
man.
the ATST.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
with
saw
Some
the
that.
micro-
micro machines
Galaxy.
or whatever, and some real grass. Like it was cool.
So are these Hot Toys scale? Like I'm trying to look at the Spider-Man
No,
figures.
I
and
think,
Oh,
don't see
maybe.
I think
they
these
are.
more 6-inch scale.
because I don't see a lot of the joints. Does he?
Those
Does he?
accessories
Well-
are too big for 6-inch scale.
So these
Does he delete the joints? Like he edit them out, sort of?
I think some of
Oh,
some of the
that's like a
stuff that-
Happy Meal
Yeah.
display, like the
Yeah.
toys.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
Oh
is,
my
yeah.
god, that is so cool! It took me a minute to figure out the sign.
And it's like the real one. Like if you go look up the Super Mario 3, but I'm looking at those Spider-Man figures and going, he's taking
With
out
soft
the
goods?
joints.
Yeah, maybe he's
the-
like photoshopped them a little bit, or maybe
yeah.
or maybe this is much smaller and he's actually made those figures. I just see the pictures and stuff, and I see the stuff that he's making, so they look really cool. I've seen this set without the figures in it, and I think it looks really cool.
So, Vern, you can verify this is not AI.
Yeah, I
it's not
seen
AI.
him, like, with the-
I've
hold
seen
on.
this guy. I've watched him.
It's
Create
when it's
the
that
scenes.
good is when you're like, because that's good. That looks really good.
Hold on,
I've
let me-
watched him create the scenes. He has little behind the scene pictures and stuff.
Did you share the link yet, so I can go make sure I follow?
Yeah, I wasn't going to, but I will. Hold on.
Unless it's just personal.
Blue Sasquatch is here. It is live, just to let you know. So what I'm going to do, Rick, is I want to find like one of the.
Got it. Follow him on X.
I think he's
Okay.
on Instagram too.
So I'm going to show you this one because I think this will help. Share screen. Show you that it's not AI, right? So this is the record store. He's got
That's
his band in
rad.
there. Yeah. So
Because I remember record stores. That's why I think it's rad.
yeah, not AI.
Eric's like, what is that?
No, I've
And then
got
for
my
some
eyes on
reason,
the
Rick is
Champions
sharing
League final.
something. Let's take a look at that. That is
Yeah,
a
check this out. Like I think everyone will enjoy this. I got to press play here because it's a little TikTok or whatever.
Went from this. Okay. Yeah, we're all familiar with it.
All right.
Oh.
That's cool.
This guy went all out. There's a couple of videos. This one just had the best music, I thought.
But wait, are any of these parts the vintage parts? I don't see any vintage
No, I
parts
think
in
he
here.
built this like in his backyard. It's
Yeah,
real.
but I thought he meant like I changed the vintage toy into this, you know,
Well,
and
Yeah,
I mean,
just
like,
we
printed
went,
it up.
whoa,
here's how
you
it
know what I mean?
started,
Like he
and here's the
totally
black
kitted
screen
out the.
scale, like life-size diorama kind of thing.
All right.
No, this is cool, but I just
Yeah, I thought he was
I was led to
transforming the
believe
other
a
one
different.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Anyway, so the spotlight of the week is Dwayne Shoots Toys. Go follow him on Twitter, and then you can get him on Instagram. I did share the link. G-Force is saying that I'm pretty tough because I wasn't going to share the link. The problem was because Dan's usually helping me with the chat and stuff like that, so I have time to go grab the links. I should have grabbed it ahead of time, but I was too busy doing my poll. That took me like 15 minutes to do that poll, to figure out how to do a poll.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to end the poll now. Let's see
There
and
was a
see where we're
poll?
at. I'm going to end the poll.
What poll?
You got 15-second countdown, so you can get your last minute votes in.
What poll?
15. It's
Acolyte
is
one?
anyone excited for Acolyte?
Yeah, of course I am.
So there's a poll in the chat. It's
It's a
15,
Star. It's a
14,
Star Wars.
More Star
thing.
Wars.
12,
Yeah.
11, 10, 9, 8,
I
7,
can't get there that fast.
6,
You have to.
Still
You're
typing
manually
in
counting the
Oakers.
votes,
4,
Vern?
3, 2, 1, end.
I'm still typing in Oakhurst Studios.
I
I
thought
can't
Vern
get
was like
there that
counting the
fast.
ballots. Like,
So the poll is in, and it says, "Is anyone excited for Acolyte?" The answers were 100% yes, yes, and yes. 50% of the people said that, and the other one was nope, and 50% said nope.
Really?
But if I had got there in time and voted yes, it would have been 51 to 49. Vern cut it off before I could do my vote.
I did it on purpose. 25.
I saw a puppy.
You saw what?
One of my
I saw a
dogs.
Oh, nice. All right. Okay. And the hot or not section. You guys ready to go through some of the things that we've seen on the internet that are hot or not? And these are the toys that are being peddled to us. This is a little bit misleading because there are things that I have in the photos that were like kind of like shown by some places, but they're not necessarily available to like order yet. So I'm going to start off with like some prototype pictures. I know that we talked about Ramen Toys before, was doing that bread van. We looked at some computer generated images of some of the other vehicles that they were coming out. Now they have some production prototypes, and this is one of them.
It's looking good, and I'm liking the black and red option too.
Yep. I like that.
And the exhaust coming out the back end too. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, you know what?
Wolverine.
The missile flame on this one, I don't know why I like it way better than what other companies have been doing. I feel like this is more glassy, so it's like
Yeah.
visually you can see through it. But this is from another angle, and it's got those like 2 ports in the front, and
12 missiles there.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
Ramen Toy is not
variation
messing
on
around
the
here, guys.
Wolverine.
Like he's going all in on these projects that he's able to do, and give him some credit. Like, and if you don't kind of follow him or watch some of his videos on YouTube, he's a pretty genuine guy, and he's pretty straight up with all the followers and backers, because people ask him silly questions all the time, and he's like,
Yeah.
he's not rude about it. He politely answers them and points them in the right direction to maybe help with their inquiries. But hats off to him. Like I look forward to him with more cool news in the future.
The thing is, like, a lot of people were questioning about that CAG set because they ordered it, and people have ordered stuff from them and they're not receiving it or whatever. And he did have a stream where he was explaining, listen, we put this stuff on a boat. When it gets there, we're anticipating that this is the date. And then people started getting their CAGs because it arrived much quicker than what they were had anticipated. And people are actually getting their ramen racers now, and they're reviewing them. And everything I've seen has been 100% positive about that ramen racer, right?
Same here. I joined a Facebook group, like just a Ramen Toy kind of Facebook group. And yeah, like I saw like 10 different sets of photos of the ramen racer with their, their ghosty head. And it looks phenomenal, man. Like it's a really good toy, and it's not, $500 US and stuff. So
yeah. So
I think it's going to get licensed in the future, man. So I
hope so. I hope so.
Some brand is going to give him a shot.
He was talking. I was talking to him in a live stream, and I was like, "Hey, if you have an extra one lying around, I missed it." Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, he doesn't even have one, so he says he's going to look for one, but then threw out there that there might be another run. So,
and here's the thing: I joined that Facebook group the other day. It was just a few days ago. I saw it, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to join this." Answer a couple of questions. Did you order the ramen racer? I'm like, "No," and I'm a fan or whatever. And then my request was denied, and I'm like, "What the hell? Why would I be not allowed to join a group?"
Because you didn't order the toy.
Well, then I replied again. I'm like, "No, I didn't order the toy, but we did have you on our number one, toy duo stream, talk about."
Oh,
and then I was accepted. I'm like, phew.
So he was probably
I used
like
your pull, Vern. I used your pull
cool.
to get it exclusive Facebook group.
So he was trying to. So he's probably creating a group for people to be able to tell him, "Hey, I'm having this issue," or whatever it is, so they can like work out whatever problems they have. But anyways, this is the other color version that looks like of that tank. This one to me looks super cool because it makes me feel like I'm looking at something out of Tron, and I just feel like I can put my Tron figures in there, especially when you got this like blast effect coming out of there.
That blast effect, that's cool.
It's got that Action Force Robo Skull color scheme going, and it's a good idea for them, because now the UK guys don't want a bunch of green army stuff. They can buy a bunch of this black and red army stuff to go with their
it's
new.
It's not just the UK guys. They did it in the original GI Joe. There was a whole black and red line of vehicles for the Cobra.
No, I know, but I mean the UK. They went all in with the black and red and all their
it looks cool. I mean, I just pulled these pictures and here's the bridge builder part of that. You can see
pretty massive.
The bridge layer. You can see the figure down in there, and of course he's got his ramen Ghost Rider head, whatever, on the figure. But that is this is this one, right?
I like that one
with the bridge layer piece, and then here's a picture of it going over the bridge layer.
You need CoverGirl to go in it, right? Isn't that the
CoverGirl went in the Wolverine?
The one with all the rockets behind her?
Yeah.
That's the one I like. Not the traditional.
The bridge layer. The bridge layer had Toll Booth.
Yeah.
And the black tank, you can get it in black or green. It had in the green version, the tank had Steeler.
Someone have a cowboy?
In the black version, the tank had a Cobra officer guy.
That is this is really cool. It's it's big, right? So let's see. Let's say hello to Pedro Almeida. He's joined us. Connor from Fuller's Figures. He's hanging out with us in the chat, talking about football. I didn't know football. Thought we were out of football season. Didn't
Champions League final is going on. Champions League final. Real Madrid and
other football.
I've got it on my other monitor. It's halftime right now.
All right, and Sunny Sundries has joined us. And then
you're buying that tank?
I feel like it, man. I feel like I'm gonna have to. Did you see the video where it's the treads, where he's running it over like the rough ground so you can see all the treads working?
Like a little bit.
Is he going to be at Joe Fest with these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
I'll get to videotape them in person, and I'll get an insight for us for when I come back.
I know you're packing a lot of stuff to go to Joe Fest. Can I make a recommendation?
What's that?
Just take your phone and video them on your phone.
And the battery daddy.
Yeah, I mean, like
What
if you
do you-
try to haul a video
course I'm-
camera down
No,
there
I'm not
that
doing
takes
that.
VHS tape,
I'm,
that's
I'm,
gonna be a
I
lot.
am, I am just using my phone. What the hell
But
are
you
you
no,
talking
you
now.
said you were gonna videotape him, and I was like, then you
Oh,
got to
give me a
transfer it over
break.
to
I just,
digital.
I
Bring your
call it
Flash
that when I'm
handle with you.
old because I'm old. Okay.
What's super cool about this being like it's whether it has different options or it's all one big shebang is for like people
That
like
would
Vern
be
that like to
funny,
play
though.
with their army men and take it out in the bushes and take some pictures. Connor, a lot of us, we all love to do this kind of stuff. You have 3 or 4 different versions of this armored vehicle like that make it look like you have 4 different vehicles for your photos. So that's pretty cool.
Right.
I took some stormtroopers out back by the pond we have out back, and
And
I
the alligator ate them.
I put them in the thing, and these old people came out from the next door, and they were making fun of me for playing with toys in the backyard. So these old people are ruthless, and they were throwing popcorn at me.
They were not throwing popcorn at you.
They
Give
were
me
like-
a break.
Videotape that, you'll go viral.
Yeah, videotape it. Get your actual video camera out and videotape.
Getting bullied by senior citizens.
Yes, they're mean. They're mean.
All right,
Oh, is this your Magnum PI car, Vern?
Yeah, this is the overhead shot. Now, obviously, it is not a Ferrari like I was hoping it was, but I still do have a custom Magnum PI figure, so it's all right.
I think it's a Knight Rider car.
Yeah, I think that's what I think it is.
I hope he calls it like the Fire Chicken. You know, he's got his cool code names. Like, I claim the Fire Chicken as the name.
Fire Chicken? What the hell does that have to do with Knight Rider?
From an old Firebird car.
Oh, give me a break.
Well, the Trans Am Firebird.
It was a Pontiac.
I
Trans
think
Am,
I
yes.
think
car.
okay, but I think they should call it
Bandit.
Ramen Rider.
There you go, the Ramen Rider. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see. And
It's
then
gonna be black though, right?
probably.
Not
I
yellow.
think it should be yellow.
You think it's
So,
gonna be
anyways,
yellow?
Yeah.
we looked at the production CGI of these 2 figures previously, so I thought I'd throw these pictures up. These are from Valaverse. These are the Action Force, the Next Wave, or whatever, and these are actual, I guess, production samples that are painted. So I wanted to show them off. They look really cool. I like them.
They do. They're
the
looking really good.
Samurai one you can buy on Call of Duty.
And I like he's taking these, we'll call them professional, good photos of like action photos, whatever you want to see. What we want to see the toy companies doing in the future with all, especially with toys that we care about and we like instead of just a generic, black or green background or whatever they're doing. Like, take some pictures, man. Come on. You got people in staff, probably in your office every day waiting to take some pictures, as part of their job duty. Give them some work. And Sasquatch made a good point. Yes, it can also be used to do that. So,
what, the Mad Max car?
Wait,
I don't think so. Not with the headlights.
The Mad Max car was not a Pontiac.
It wasn't.
It
So
says
but
Knight
it's
Rider.
the headlights
very,
would not have
very
popped up like that
similar.
on Mad Max's car. He had the headlights in the grill.
And you throw a couple of magnets and different bumpers on it, you could definitely make it.
I guess.
doesn't have to be
I think that guy
vehicle.
has his sword sheath upside down.
What if he had the makes this is what if he just did a total thing and said, "Look, I'm going to make a Mad Max car," but then he decides to make that yellow BMW whatever police car that he drove around before he started.
in the
Well, the Interceptor, that's exactly what it was. But I mean, because it's not a licensed product at this point, as far as we know, it's not a licensed product from any company. It could be like an in-universe, Mad Max after war apocalypse kind of vehicle with bumpers and spikes and chains, you know what I mean? Like that's
Hopefully one day we're going to get a proper 6-inch scale Mad Max figure and his vehicle and the little dog.
I'm surprised someone like NECA, into that.
Me too.
Hasn't got that license to make, because there is toy companies that have made Mad Max figures, like at least 10 different figures, but there's some of the worst modern day action figures I've ever seen. Like I think they got like 1 point of articulation or something. Like they're very, very, very bad.
Could be.
And they look like they're bootlegs, but they're not. They're actually official.
Yeah. So I am looking at this guy with the cigar and the jacket. I really like the way that looks, mostly because I like the figures when they come with like sort of regular type clothes also, because
Yeah, it's realistic. Yeah.
very, very universal. I really like that a lot. All right.
Someone should make Shogun figures too, man. That'd be badass.
And then Sunny's saying, look, it's the Wild West and the Far East.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
All right. So
Okay.
this is Fist
those are
action
good.
figures. They're on Instagram and stuff like that. And I was like, they just came to my attention recently. So I thought these are pretty cool. I think most of them are in pre-order and stuff like that. But
They do look cool. I like the colors.
Yeah, like a new kind of independent action figure line. Fist. Let me see if I can. I'll put
Is it like
Instagram.
F.I.S.T? Does it stand
Yeah,
for
let me
acronym?
pull the link to their Instagram.
Kind of look like scrolls.
And it
Orcs.
scrolls and across
They're
between scrolls
orcs.
and like 90s neon
Orcs,
GI Joe stuff.
No, they're like Warhammer 40K orcs, but with guns.
All right, there's their Instagram that I got these from. And then I saw this. So this is like some
That's
sort of a
cool.
display they got. Man, that thing looks really cool. It's gigantic though, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This reminds me more of like this Space Marines. Like it could have been more like something you might see in Halo or
You can fit four
Aliens.
guys in the back facing each other. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Oh,
See, you can make that all Mad Maxy too. That's
Right.
pretty cool.
Oh,
Does
can you imagine?
that door like unfold and then clip at the bottom? Do you see how it's folded up at the top?
Oh yes. A little,
Oh, probably.
sheet
a
of
little-
canvas or something.
Yeah, that's
Look at
cool.
the windows. Yeah.
Hope it has a door.
This was the only picture of that, unless I just didn't scroll through them, and I didn't watch their video. Oh, maybe there were more.
It's got dual.
Oh, there was a whole. Okay, you know what? Let me share. I'll share my.
Yeah,
screen.
is it dualies in the back? I can't tell. Yeah.
Hold on. I'll share my screen, and then I'll just show you the pictures on this run. So there's the back.
Oh, maybe not. It's kind of pickup truck. It kind of has that Cybertruck kind of feel too. Without the front being like an arrow. It's long, limousine length. Like, yeah, there's like half doors or something.
Yeah, it looks like it just folds down, John. And then
Yeah.
Just a rail, guardrail.
The doors would protect you a little, I would think.
Yeah. All right, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, neat.
Is that same Fist company?
Fist, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. This is also from the Fist. Let's see.
Oh, human.
G-Force. I'm going to look into some chicken fried toys. Dime Novel Legends. Really cool 118.
Yeah.
Wow.
375 figures. Are these 375 or 6-inch, Vern?
These are 6-inch figures.
Okay. So that's a big vehicle.
Yeah. At least they looked 6-inch. I guess I didn't really pay that much attention. I assume they're 6-inch.
I think they might have teased Lax saying wish they were 6-inch. She's talking about those the Cowboys. I think they teased that maybe that might be on the way. I could be wrong though.
All right, they got to be
No one
6-inch because they're 6-inch because I'm looking at the guy holding them and the figure would be it's a 6-inch figure. All right. I don't know if they're still making that car. I just saw the pictures. I just found these guys this week, so I thought I'd pull some pictures out and just show them off, bring some attention to them, and see where they're at. I know that they have their pre-orders up and stuff like that, and I was looking at some of their stuff, but I didn't see the car yet.
So now I have a question. Like, how? There's all these people making all these new toy lines. Like, how easy is it to make one? Why don't we make a toy line?
Let's do it.
Let's start a
We need
Kickstarter.
The problem is John
About
won't even take
$100,000 just in
John won't even take $2,000 out of his account to get his show onto Tubi, where he's going to make $1 million. So
You're not gonna make $1 million. You're gonna be lucky if you make that $2,000.
we can do. Look, John, we probably. You know what? You know what, John? I know that Ramen did that Kickstarter with somebody. Maybe I'll ask him about production costs on doing a Kickstarter and like what we would need to do to get some figures off the ground. And maybe we'll do our own Kickstarter.
That's what I mean. Yeah, if we did a Kickstarter to make the money,
It'll be
it'll
be the Toy Duo team, and we'll be like military style.
I got a quote less than 10 years ago to make some retro 375-inch injection molded figures overseas, and it's doable. But the cost of the molds is the cost. It's like 70% of the cost.
Yeah. Once that's done, that's why the more backers you get, the more you can offer.
So with me being like looking into it as a self-funding pre-order style kind of thing, it was not feasible, and I didn't follow through with it.
Yeah.
And you can see some of the companies, I don't want to call them companies, some of the people, artists who did go ahead and get some professionally made 3.7-inch, retro style figures. I'm not going to name any names because there's several out there. The first couple failed because they took all the money and didn't make anything. So that kind of put a little damper on that kind of thing going on anymore. But other people have done it. They got a couple of C&Ds from a mouse. So they stopped a couple of those characters, but still continue with.
All right, this is going to be another long.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm at the end of the sentence.
Okay.
So it is possible, but you do need a bunch of money up front.
Take a breath.
Yeah, that's why you have to do a Kickstarter.
I may not know. I may not know that much in reality about this kind of stuff, but I have heard that the molds for like 3.75 and 6-inch aren't that much different in cost.
No, because it depends on the chunk of steel you're using and how many hours, minutes it takes for them to, to actually do the CNC stuff. So, because I get this done for my enamel pins, and I paid larger.
When we do our Kickstarter, John, I think what we should do is we should create a line of figures and call them Starfighters. And the thing is, they could be like space warriors, and some of them can be like kind of like these religious sect guys that go around in robes and stuff and fight with old-fashioned weapons like these like lightning swords and stuff like that. And then
rebel
other guys that are in full armament.
You're like, why don't you make a movie and call it Rebel Moon?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's move on.
And then, one of our play sets could be like a hayfield, and for like half the movie, they're just breaking hay,
So G-Force is saying he needs all three of these BS re-releases, and you can read it Black Series or the other way.
They're all good figures, though. I had them, I had them all before. I didn't have a need to get them again, but I'm glad they re-released these.
Yeah.
Triple Zero.
But did they
trouble with finding? I never found them. Rick had them. He would not give them to me at a reasonable price.
Did they mess with
what goes on? What I was going to say, like, I'm glad I got rid of most of my Black Series when I did, because 90% of them have already been re-released or have been announced to be re-released or will be announced next week to be re-released. And because I'm kind of getting out of being a completionist, and me and Eric were talking a little bit earlier, I just can't afford all of them now. As much as I love them all, I'm sticking with my crew and what I want to go with. And and I did buy doubles of many of these back in the day.
Triple Zero is the only one I couldn't find.
He had doubles, and he still wouldn't give you one.
No, he wouldn't, man. I begged. I was begging because I needed Triple Zero to finish up. I have the BT1. I have the Afro. I just did not have Triple Zero. Could not find him anywhere. And then I heard that he sent Sean one for free.
Did they fix his hands though? Did they, because mine, one of the hands is a little wonky because the fingers are real bendable.
I never had an issue with mine, but
this is kind of like a C-3PO Freddy Krueger in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it's a cool figure. The jumbo one's better because it's retro, but I mean,
the interesting thing I saw when they were with the pictures on the website is that the 000 and the BT1 are in that black and red packaging, just like they were the first time.
Yeah,
and the bounty hunter there is in the archive packaging, which I find very strange, and it makes me feel like they just had a warehouse full of them and said, "Hey, we can re-release."
Well, I think it was
like $100 a figure.
It's just easier.
I can't remember. Bosk was Boss was most recently released in the archive.
Yeah,
that's
that's
when I got him. That's when I got him. I didn't get him with the blue or orange
so-
line.
But that's
Yeah.
why I think that they just found a bunch of old back stock.
No.
That's why they're saying they're going to be re-releasing some of them.
No, I
they're
suspect
reordering.
I suspect this had something to do with Hasbro counting on those strikes last year, impacting like the rollout of like new
my-
toys and whatnot.
But my problem with the BT1 and the 000 is they changed their packaging. So if they were going to re-release these figures and they were doing a whole new production, why did they pull the old machine that
It's
made the old
confusing, but-
packaging
Because
out?
it would cost more money, and it would
Yeah.
be a new SKU. So in order to not change the SKU and increase cost whatsoever, it's just a rerun of the exact same
I don't know.
molds, paint apps, packaging.
I feel like they had to change the machine to cut
Yeah.
the cardboard differently.
They would have.
And that's
Yeah.
going to cost more money than just like
It is.
uploading a new digital graphic.
No, because
Yeah.
before you upload that new digital graphic, you got to pay the person to make that new digital graphic.
It's,
Even though they're
it's-
on salary, they're getting
yeah, to
paid
use,
if they
the,
design it or
to
not.
use the machine instead of
But
taking
as a
down
new-
the machine and then going back to the old machine and then
But
going
it's
to
not
the
like
supplier and telling them to
Not
send me a
machine,
different
the
shape.
But
packages are made at
but it's
other
not like
factories.
it's not like these are sitting on shelves. The packaging,
No.
who cares, right? For these.
No, these were. I agree with Vern. These were sitting in a warehouse somewhere in such
don't think so.
quantity
I
that they just
guarantee
said
they're
we're
not.
re-releasing these
They-
because there's
I-
no
I-
They
way.
don't come out for
There's
8
no
months.
way they would make the old style box again. There's
That guy-
absolutely no way.
That guy on
I
the Hasbro team.
I disagree. I think it was
Why
just
wouldn't
like
they?
yeah, they saw a whole bunch of figures that were
25.
selling for a lot more on the aftermarket, and they said, let's get some of that money instead of just having it all going to resellers.
That guy
Right.
on the Star Wars team who had all these in that warehouse and was selling them one at a time for $90 on eBay said, "There's no way I can sell the other 4,000 of
10,000
these."
that I got kept here. Yeah.
But
It's
it's
cool. And
but
I
it's
don't
good that
know-
they're
Yes,
re-releasing.
I
They
agree.
they should do this more frequently for
Well,
This is
they
one
are.
figures in
There's
the line.
3
One-
more that were kind of revealed today that are going to be available to pre-order next week.
which
One-
ones are the ones for next week, Rick?
Dr. Afra,
The original one? Yeah.
the original Hunter, and the original Crosshair from the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
original Dr. Afra, who came in a black and red box.
Yep.
Like her
Well,
two
you know
droids.
what's interesting is if they were going to do that, why didn't Dr. Afra get announced with these two figures?
Yeah, that's
Because
weird,
it's
but
a
who
fan
cares?
Channel thing. They're
I do. It just
Well, why
tells
does it
me
matter?
more
It-
about like these guys are not in tune with, you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, if they were going to re-release it like a week later, they might as well just put the 3 figures that go together.
I don't disagree with you, but at the end
No,
of
I
the
see
day, it
what you
doesn't
mean
really
there.
matter that much.
Yeah.
it's
It's not worth arguing about.
as
Okay,
far as
Kit
marketing,
Fisto.
But Hasbro's not marketing this the same way as they do a new product. If you
Like
notice,
it's not like new mainline.
Yeah, because they're
or-
old
yeah.
stock from a warehouse, and they're just
Yeah,
saying,
exactly.
"Oh, yeah, we just took
They're not-
pictures and
Exactly.
It doesn't
Like
work
Jonathan said, why would Hasbro make some in the box and some on an archive card?
There's
They would
the
either-
most recent release of that
Yeah.
character. That's why. Full stop.
That's why.
and that's
Done.
why
Boss
they're all
was
still
Boss
in a
was in
warehouse.
the original like blue or orange
That's
line
why those
boxes.
guys are on that side of the screen.
The most
Yeah,
recent
right?
release was the
Yeah.
archive in like 2018
and,
or something.
and they had a
2019 or
warehouse
something
full of another 10,000 of them.
And
That's why they're being
also-
put out.
Yeah, I don't know.
All
Revealed
right.
this
Anyways,
for the
Kit
Black
Fisto is
Series,
going to
but
come
stay
out
on the Black
in the
Series.
1/6 scale Hot Toy action figure for the second time.
Are each tentacle like a like a
Bendable.
vinyl sort of like?
I think
I
they
don't
are
know,
bendable.
What makes this one different than the other release?
Nothing. It's Hot Toy instead of Sideshow. I think
Oh, but it's the same thing, right?
they're different. They are different companies. I think Sideshow made this character before. I don't think Hot Toys has. Hot Toys is a little bit more high end than Sideshow.
Yeah,
Are they different? Because I always
Complete.
thought they
they
were
are
exactly
different.
the same.
No, they're
They're
different.
completely
They're
different companies. They're just
Yeah,
in the
they're
same
totally-
country.
All right.
But
Yeah.
Black Series also coming out again are Anakin Skywalker on the archive card back, and 3 others I don't remember. because they're already available.
It's going to come on a card back.
The archive card back. So
He's going to come on an archive card back.
Yes, because that's the most recent release of Anakin.
All right, here's the Thie Toys
Sergeant
Sergeant Stalker, who will be at Ross stores next year. I mean, did Thie Toys go, hey, you know what? Hasbro couldn't sell any classified Sergeant Stalkers, so I think it's a good idea if we make Sergeant Stalker.
Look, and have them make them be almost identical to the Hasbro.
These are 3.75, and they're more detailed than most 6-inch figures that I see. Like in my opinion, these are well done, man.
That's 375.
Yeah, it's a 3.75 inch figure.
Just looking at it, I would have assumed 6-inch.
Yeah, it's a good looking figure. I mean, like they do a really good job on their stuff, but I'm just in my mind, I'm like, the classified Sergeant Stalker just did not sell. So
there is a 6-inch version of Stalker, right?
From classified, yeah.
In multiple color versions, like paint apps.
I'm the only one who bought them.
Had the one release that ended up at Ross.
And I'm probably the only one who bought them.
Yeah.
Okay.
His face looks a little shiny, but that might just be me. I don't know.
And the original Stalker never had that cloak. That cloak was added by Hasbro Classified.
Recently,
yes. Like, so
that's because they made it for some figure, and they said, "Hey, who else can we give this to? Oh, just give it to Sergeant Stalker because he doesn't have that much.
It's removable."
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, then we got Mondo Monster Palooza going on. They got an online exclusive. This is Rick Sofubi.
That's pretty cool. I love the Sofubi look.
I mean, this is kind of cool. I mean, like one, you hit like 2 notes, right? You got that soft vinyl Sofubi, and then you got
the retro vibe, right? Yeah.
That is actually really cool.
They're in an archive pre-order post from GameStop Canada, which I think these should not be allowed. Here's these 4 figures you can buy. I'm kind of waiting for Vern to share it. You can buy these right now, pre-order them right now for $35 Canadian, but there's a catch. And you're still not sharing the photo.
Oh, hold on, because we're talking about we'll do that at the end.
Okay, Okay, I thought you were done.
All right. No, I got a whole bunch of pictures. I just showed this guy right here.
I was just trying to stay close to the Black Series segment of the program.
Well, there's more stuff mixed in. It's all mixed up. All right, and then this is, I think, the soft vinyl also, the Masters of the Universe. So, and this is like clear. They made it clear plastic, so you can see like his bones in there.
Yeah, which is different than the original Mattel style because it's kind of frosted. Like it's not clear, but it's.
Is this supposed to be Is this supposed to be Scare Glow again?
Well, it is Scare Glow. I don't think there's Scare Glow imposters.
So you think that plastic's not clear?
This is, but I mean the original Mattel figure, Scarecrow, and Masterverse, like it's semi-clear, like it's smoked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But this is
like a word for coloring stuff. All
right, this looks pretty cool. This may be the first one that I pick up.
Yeah, it's a good tease. Didn't show the the good stuff.
So it's not Mattel.
It's Mondo.
It's licensed through Mattel.
Yeah. Soft vinyl.
Why can't we see the front?
And I'm guessing, I'm wondering if, because it says
it's a tease.
Does it say glow on there? Because I'm wondering if it glows in the dark.
If it didn't glow, they shouldn't even produce it. It's in his name.
What's his name?
You know what I mean? It's like if Bigfoot had little tiny feet. It's wrong.
Scare Glow.
189% chance it will glow.
Okay.
He has to glow because that was Scare Glow's gimmick. Yes.
I like to see a picture of it glowing. All right, so this is this what you were talking about last couple weeks ago, Rick? Was the Mezco 112 Firefly?
Yeah, there's a Firefly. What they got? Firefly, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow. Like, and I saw some guys do reviews on them. They're freaking phenomenal, man. Like, it's basically GIJOE classifieds, but with a bunch of soft goods, and every clip comes out of every part, and everything opens, and I know they cost 4 times as much, but
Yeah.
And they make some. It's 6-inch hot toys, basically. These Mezco guys.
The way that he's got his like little drones on those little
Those are
plastic
pretty cool.
pieces just is really cool because you can display them with his like drones coming up. I do
So,
like
like, if Vern, you love the Army guys. I know Connor does. Like, look at some reviews of this particular figure, because out of those, I know they got Duke and Snake Eyes and a couple others. This one is what I'm seeing the review guys go all gaga over. They're really digging it. But I know they're expensive. I don't want to enable you to spend $100 or whatever they're worth.
Yeah,
but.
it's a little bit too much for me.
Do you got a favorite G.I. Joe character? Maybe if it's him,
I don't know. I mean, nah.
Sometimes they don't, Jonathan, about soft goods looking good on 6-inch. Like if it's just a one PC onesie, with no belts or no, things or decorations, they look like a doll. But when they got, ammo belts and holsters, and then they look a little more realistic with real zippers and buttons and kind of like Hot Toys.
Yeah, like Jonathan saying, the 6-inch figures with the soft goods throw me off a little bit too. I think like if I'm going to go that route with the soft goods, I'd rather get like a 12-inch figure, like a 1/6 scale.
Yeah.
4 times the price though. Like what are most Hot Toys $400 now?
What is it?
How much
they're expensive.
Now?
200, 250.
200, 250 for a standard. So I guess double and a half.
Yeah. All right, and then we didn't show this last week, but we showed the camo version. This is the McFarlane store exclusive tumbler that comes with
Lucius.
Right. So it's kind of cool.
Also available on Amazon Canada.
Oh, that's interesting. Is that because you can't order from McFarlane Toys
no,
online?
It's just all McFarlane Toy Store exclusives are available on Amazon Canada.
All right. What's the price up there? Because this is $99 in the States.
Like double.
Which is crazy to me because the camo version of the Batmobile is $60, but this pack is $99. So they're basically saying that figure is $40.
Yeah, the camo version in Canada, I think, is $100. Camo version in Canada, US $69, Canada $107.99.
Yeah,
the black version in Canada is cheaper than $100. It's $149 in Canada.
Wow!
But we also, if you pay your $10 or whatever it is a month for Amazon, it's free shipping, right?
Right.
Or because it's $150, it might even be free shipping if you're not a Prime member. But everything from McFarlane Toy Store in Canada there's a shipping fee, so it's good that he does it.
$30 for the figure. All right.
It's still a good price point. Like when you look at compared to HasLab and Valaverse and any other 6-inch vehicles, McFarlane 6-inch, 7-inch vehicles are by far the cheapest.
Yeah.
And if you need a Morgan
Ramen Toys is getting in there too now.
If you need a Morgan Freeman figure, this is a way to get it.
Good looking figure. About 7 inches though.
I'd want just the Batmobile though. I don't want the Morgan Freeman.
Well, you can just send that to me.
You want us to pay $30 for the Morgan Freeman?
No, just you're going to buy the Batmobile.
No, I'm not buying this because I want to buy just the Batmobile. I don't want to spend the $100.
I hope it has rubber wheels. Rubber wheels is a feature I appreciate in toys, believe it or not.
I'd like to buy the black one for $69.
I don't think you're getting rubber with these.
Did the other 89 Batmobile have rubber wheels?
I haven't touched mine in the cabinet in a while, but I don't think so. I think it's hard plastic.
The Superpowers Joker mobile that Dino got, not Superpowers, the Joker
animated
mobile had rubber wheels. So
but that was
they feel like rubber. They feel like rubber.
Animated or not, I'm assuming they're all rubber.
It's right here.
Okay. So Jonathan said Batman Beyond Batmobile is next.
Yes, there's another one coming too.
Okay.
And what's that?
Really? They're doing Batman Beyond next? I want the freaking animated series one.
Okay.
Spin Master.
Yeah, I have it.
It's been a while since I played with it. I must be thinking of the
66
TV show.
Batmobile?
Yeah.
The 66 one was the cheapest one he's made so far, I think.
I want the animated series one. I don't want the freaking Batman Beyond one next.
You know what's interesting is that Batmobile that we're talking about, the original Keaton movie one. I don't have it, but I sat in one that they had at Six Flags when I worked there. Yeah,
very cool.
So you'd think I would have wanted it, but it just feels too long to me.
Think of a big Marvel car. Is there a big Marvel superhero car?
Yeah, like it's the Engine of Vengeance.
Oh yeah, that.
Okay, Ghost Rider car. So I'm thinking a Spider-Man buggy from the 60s.
Yeah, there was.
But I can't think of any other Marvel like Fantastic
Punisher
van, spaceship.
Punisher
van. Yeah. There's not.
No,
a lot,
they didn't.
Right?
They didn't really.
There's more Batmobile.
I think the problem is the superheroes in the Marvel comics can fly.
Yeah, they don't need cars.
DC, there's just costumes with cool cars. But yeah, good point. Like, there's more Batmobiles than there is vehicles.
Or you got the X-Jet.
The Fantastic Four had a little hover car or something, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's all
the Blackbird
things because they don't have superpowers. These are the worst.
All right.
These are the worst.
They are. Who makes these? Is this the company? Is the company called The Worst?
No, it's Super 7.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what is this? Anyways, they come up with a lot of stuff.
Original line of characters, which I think they're doing quite well with. Like, they do them in this 7-inch Ultimate Wave or scale, and they also do them in the first did them in a reaction wave, but they keep recoloring them. And what they've done that's really cool with a lot of these characters is they're recoloring them in Kenner vintage Star Wars colors, which is just so appealing to the eyes, man.
Hey, Mcfarlane Lab. Yeah, got a lot of. So we got Punisher van, Quinjet, Fantastic Car. They say the White Knight Batmobile is coming. G-Force wants the Corvette from Winter Soldier.
Oh, yeah, got brand new Corvette. ZR1,
yeah. Green Hornet, but that's not Marvel Comics, right?
So Punisher van, Joker van. Remember that the bread car, the upcoming bread car, is very easy to put a Punisher logo on one of those bread cars, and it'll be easy to convert. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
Or you can put milk in it, deliver milk.
And then
is that Vincent Price?
Yeah, NECA finally making their Vincent Price. Looks great, man.
Just brilliant. Brilliant accessories too.
Yeah. So here's the all the accessories that he comes with. He comes with all his vinyl records that we were talking about last week.
He comes with heads that are different ages. Look at that.
Yeah, it's very cool, man. It's like again, it's
he doesn't have a vampire stake,
but they're so well done.
He doesn't have a vampire stake though.
Yeah, bow tie.
No, but he's got a cigarette.
But he's got a cigarette, man. Come on.
He's got a cigarette.
The action figure that comes with a cigarette.
Look at the different ties.
Yeah.
And you got an ascot with one. Yeah.
And look,
exactly.
He comes with a skull. You know who had a skull? Lack had a skull. He painted it red.
Apocalypse.
He said he bought it on Amazon.
Yes, I was watching that.
Yeah.
He's gonna make his own Robo Skull TIE fighter.
All right. That's because they stole it from the place around the corner. What are you guys talking about? Supermax. Oh, Supermax just received a Michelin star.
Who was the vampire last week that NECA revealed? Because it's their week of
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
And now this, and I think there's one more coming that's just as famous.
Should be.
He wasn't a vampire, Rick.
They're just horror icons.
Vincent Price was an announcer for.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like horror icons.
Vincent Price did.
Elvira.
He did the rap in the Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if anybody knew that.
He gave me a vampire stick when I was a little kid.
I had Michael Jackson posters, dude. I knew that.
Was that right after you ran down the street from the studio?
No, Mom. I used to watch Vincent Price announce that nightly. Remember in the weekends he would have like a nightly horror movie where they would show like Frankenstein or The Mummy or a Bela Lugosi Dracula film, and they would have him on beforehand, and he would announce it and say like, tonight we're going to watch the most scariest movie you've ever seen. You know.
So
and
you're telling me that movie Fright Night, that vampire hunter guy was kind of supposed to be Vincent Price?
I don't
I
remember.
think so.
Yeah.
Like
I
a
think,
loose
yeah.
interpretation of.
Yeah. But so I knew who Vincent Price was when I was a kid because I used to watch him introduce those old Universal monster movies and stuff. And so when I heard he was coming to the mall, I made Mom take me down there, and she took me down there, and we got in line.
That's awesome.
We got in line, and he had a bucket. He literally had a big bucket full of vampire steaks, and he would shake the kid's hand him a steak, and say, "Move along." So I got up there, and I'm like, "Oh, Vincent Price, really? Here's your vampire steak. Shake your hand. Move along, kid. Like your
Sign my
toes."
vampire steak.
And,
That's awesome.
and then
was-
as he's moving along, John's like, "No, I want a Red Ryder BB gun."
yeah, it's like I barely got to even talk
You'll
to him.
shoot your
It's like,
eye out, kid.
Here's your steak. Shake your hand. Move along. Here's your steak. Shake your hand. Move along. And I'm going,
That's very
but
cool.
I had questions. You know, like.
So are they going to do a Peter Cushing figure?
Yeah,
I
they've
think
got
that's the
it.
other one.
Yeah, yeah.
And to bring it back to Canada again, we had SCTV, which is like
I
Canadian
heard
Planet
Vincent Price
Live,
got to start in Canada.
and Monster
Rick.
Chiller Theater was like the skit with Count Floyd. Ooh, it's scary stuff, kids. So if you
They
haven't
even
seen-
had terrible
you know who
names up
Count
in
Floyd
Canada. I mean,
look up Count Floyd.
would you rather hang out with Vincent Price or
Or
Floyd?
Count Floyd.
Google, YouTube, Google, search.
No
Count
wonder
Don't do
Floyd.
it.
Floyd
No,
is.
no, nobody
no wonder,
go
you
and
know,
Google that at all.
No one's making Floyd into an
Colby,
action figure.
leave
You
this
notice that?
show and go and search for Count Floyd SCTV.
No,
and
I wouldn't
and
do it.
you'll be on a rabbit hole for an hour.
Yeah, I highly recommend you don't Google anything Rick tells you to Google.
We have the best humor in Canada.
All right, anyways,
come on,
um,
come on.
Mezco 112. I kind of like it because it's very comic book like.
yeah, he's very
Yeah.
comic booky.
Johnny, you're gonna get this one, right?
No, not at all.
What?
See, these soft goods look terrible when it's like a onesie, like I was saying earlier.
He's got a trench coat,
Yeah, I like it.
lab coat.
Yeah, but underneath it, he's wearing a onesie.
No, it's got like a belt and gloves and
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bib.
A bib, yeah. Glasses.
Decoration.
Don't you like the glasses? Second City.
No,
was
because you can't see
hilarious.
through those. They're just blue plastic.
Doesn't
No,
change.
see, I already
Second
have.
City's from Chicago.
I already have my Spider-Man with all of
Yeah,
his villains set up, so I
But
don't
it's
need to
also
go.
from Toronto.
I don't need to go
No,
buy a whole new
I
set.
know there's a Second City in Toronto. I've been there.
All right, so nobody here is going to get that. Nobody cares about this guy. All right, and then this is the 1/6 Mondo, so this is going to be a 12-inch. Are they overdoing this?
Didn't they make a life-size one like last
Yeah,
week?
That's
do.
why I'm asking. Are they overdoing it?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You know what? I just found out too that this is the actress. This is Shin Hati from Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this actress who plays Megan is Shin Hati.
Just does
What?
the voice or something?
Well, it's not a real robot. It's an actress in a costume. Like, and it's
And
that
what they
actor.
did, they did this. They shrunk her down like they did with the.
yeah, how did they
in
make
the
her
Lord
so
of the Rings?
small?
Yeah, I
Not
think
small,
that's like the
she's
voice.
She's a child size. I guess they did shrink her down somehow.
So they.
She's a small woman to begin with. She's not a 6.
They're not that small. Come on.
No, 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 no,
like-
no,
It's
no,
not
no.
China. She's like
I'm not buying that.
5'3", if anything.
She's
I saw Ahsoka. She looked like a normal size adult to me.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
Anyways,
and
here's the
I saw
actress who plays
and I
Megan.
saw Star Trek Discovery, and she looks normal there.
She's bigger in the Star Trek Discovery.
Like,
This is
yeah,
a
she is a
freaky
little bit
movie, man.
taller there, isn't she? Yeah.
yeah.
freaky movie, but I don't need a.
I still
lifestyle
don't
control.
understand why there's a Shin Hati character in Star Trek Discovery and in Star Wars Ahsoka.
Well, it's
Same name too,
They
right?
didn't go by that name.
Yeah, they changed the name, but they look identical.
So this is
Now there's
I'm
there's a Megan Part 2 coming out, I think next year.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's why they're
So
promoting.
it's turning into a franchise. There's going to be like 8 Megan movies as this
Oh,
goes
you know what
on.
would be cool is when you know how they did the Jason versus Freddy. They do Megan
Megan
versus,
versus
Chucky.
Chucky. Yes, they will eventually.
in space.
in space on a space station. No, it'll
Right.
be on a Mars. It'll be on Mars because
Or what they do
Mars
is they
habitat.
team up. This character and Chucky team up against the Predators.
Well, they're not in the same universe. But okay.
All right. Anyways, then we got these fresh monkey fiction
I just saw these.
figures got revealed. I think today or yesterday. I think they were on Facebook and they're also on Instagram. But it was pointed out by Connor. He threw a message up really quick. I actually added them this morning. That's why they have the funny yellow boxes around them, because I couldn't figure out how to use the Google Slides that well. But they're definitely modeled after the Action Force figures,
which is cool. They're using the name, so they're officially not officially Action Force because that brand name is owned now. But I guess that means Valaverse, as much as he got rights to the brand, he doesn't have rights to all the characters' names.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I think he talked about that before, that there were some that he doesn't have.
Was smart, it'd be the correct same scale. And I'm assuming they are 6-inch scale and not 7-inch.
Yeah.
Or maybe the 3.75. I can't tell. But
I think these are like
6-inch.
I think these Fresh Monkey Fictions are like in the 6-inch scale.
But what I like about
great with that ramen tank.
What I find interesting about this is that they're doing like a werewolf theme, but they give you an alternate head to turn the guy into the Action Force character. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's a
it's kind of like that.
The...
It's kind of like that secret Tom Cruise head that the other was it Ramen?
Yeah.
Who did that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the accessories here, it says, are designed by that Gridiron 3D print company.
Yeah, they partnered together or whatever. So the weapons are going.
I'm assuming none of these will be 3D printed. They'll be injection molded, but I mean they're designed in 3D by the same guys who make those.
Yeah,
fairly popular 3D printed stuff.
I'm sorry.
I think that stuff's kind of popular.
What is?
It's right there.
Yeah,
see it next to.
I have some.
See it right there, Lack.
Yeah,
his helmet's in the middle one on the bottom.
This Gully suit is from Gridiron.
Was it 3D printed?
No, but it's one of the things that they
aren't they called ghillie suits?
Ghillie suits, yeah.
Gilster suits.
What did I say?
Gully.
Like he was in a gully.
I was going to correct you, but since John mentioned it.
John got it covered.
Yeah, that's right. Mod's got it. Yeah, you got to buy them all and swap accessories. You're right. Yeah, you're right, Mod. But that's what I'm trying.
Hey, that's cool though. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a gimmick, but I mean, if you might buy, I only want 3 of these, but you buy a 4th or 5th one because he's got that cool head you like. The
problem I'm seeing here though is it really looks like there might be. Well, I guess these guys are kind of different. I was going to say there's probably like 4 different ones. Like these 3 on the bottom right look like they might all be the same bodies with just different stuff on them, right? So
and this Fresh Monkey Force, they're making that like what's it called, Monster Force or something too?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. So maybe some of these animal wolfy heads are again reuse, or hopefully they all fit each other so people can make their own.
Yeah.
Crazy zombie army dude.
I think they look awesome.
Yeah. Now, how much are these though?
I don't know. I just got sent. Connor just sent me the picture today. Somebody knows. You can throw it up in the chat.
Yeah, just renders. I saw pop up on Twitter today.
Yeah,
these renders.
Yeah.
And then this was, I don't know, what is this, Rick?
This is what if Hasbro liked us, but they don't.
Well, no, if they liked us, we would get mod.
Face drops a couple of hints on Instagram of, Hangman, like blank, 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 blank. And he named 6 characters, which, he kind of knows somehow will be the 6 figures included with the potentially Cantina HasLab that's not been revealed or officially.
3 and then 3 tiers.
So I've read some people's opinions and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go my own and think, which characters do I want to see? And I wrote them down, and I even download little JPEGs of their heads. And then I went through, okay, which one is like 11 digits long? And I eliminated so many, man. So including Hammerhead, sadly. And
He's
it's
probably
all
just going to be
kind of
mainline.
confirmed that these 6 figures on the left are going to be all carded and included with the HasLab with all the tiers. So it looks like the bartender and the 2 hot babes will be in the initial
Base.
tier.
Can
And
I
then
ask a
everything
question,
else
though?
will be additionals. And then on the right is just what I wanted. I wanted him to throw a couple of retros in there. And we need another bartender. Why not? When
Yeah,
that
can I
Dave
ask-
Werher is sick, you need Akmina to come in and work.
So mod's gonna, but I'm wondering, what do these figures have to do with the HasLab Imperial Shuttle?
You mean the Sandcrawler?
It's confusing.
They all fit. They all fit in a shuttle or a Sandcrawler. That's a good selling feature.
All right. They're saying that those Fresh Monkey Fiction, it's in the same universe as the Monster Force. Looks like it's $30 or $36. The Monster Force are $36, like $36 though.
That's the same as Valaverse, isn't it?
Yeah, I think well, they lower their prices now that they're change their packaging and producing a little bit more. All right, let's see.
Why can't Hasbro legally make the Tanaka sisters? What is
I think
the
that's
reason?
changed. One has passed away, unfortunately.
What
And
was
the other
the
one
reason?
is good to go. So,
All
well,
right.
because
What was
for
the reason
actors,
before the likeness rights?
yeah, apparently, but because
Why do you have to make them?
they weren't
in their
credited
like-
actors, so they didn't sign the same kind of deal. Something
I
like
see.
that. We won't know unless someone tells us.
So
So these are available to pre-order at GameStop Canada right now. But the trick is, you don't know which one they're going to send you.
That's bogus.
And
Blind.
I think it should be
blind
illegal. But
yeah.
so these are 4 more upcoming international release only.
yeah, these were announced a while back because I remember when they pulled out the biker scout dude and said this guy was super hard to get, and I looked at my shelf
Not
and said,
one bit.
I got like 20 of them. What are you talking about?
He's been released several times.
Which I think this is kind of weird. Like the biker scout, I get it. I bought at least 3 of these archive ones, and I bought at least 4 of the previous because it's one of my favorite characters. The others, I did have Anakin and Bosk and Yoda, like duplicates, because whatever. I like the characters, and I bought them when I had extra money. I've since resold them all. The one that's silly here, though, is the Maul one.
Because they're
did
coming
they
out with a
decide
new
to
one.
make this before they knew they were going to make that new 3-pack? Because they are a little bit different figures. One has soft goods. One has like a fake head that pops on the hood. So
yeah.
But I don't
They're
like the blind box idea, because I bet you if I gave 10 people $35 Canadian, say, here, order this, I bet you they all get Darth Maul. I just
You know who did that was
They all get Darth Maul.
so
GameStop has done a lots in the past year.
Best Buy had a thing where if you ordered, there was one you'd go online and order, and it said it's coming from an assortment, and you just got the next one out of the assortment. And
that's messed up.
Yeah, and it listed them. I never ordered them because it was like, well, you're not telling me which one, because it actually said in there one of these.
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. Like, for something that children are allowed to buy, like, it's not cigarettes, it is not alcohol, so you don't need to be 19 to buy it. Like lottery tickets, gambling, in a casino. I don't think by law any rightfully owned convenience stores, department store, online retailer should be allowed to sell something and say it's a blind box. Like, I just don't think it should be allowed if you don't need ID to buy it, because it is gambling. You're literally.
So let me ask you a question then. So you've seen like Dino's videos where he goes and he buys that little pouch, and it's a little pouch and it's got something in it. You don't know exactly the one you're going to get. You know, it's one of these 10, and it's kind of like, or those little
Micro Galaxy has them still.
Whatever. Yeah. So you think those should be wrong?
I think they actually are illegal, and they somehow are beating a loophole.
No, I think that the whole idea of that
have to actually prove me wrong to make me think differently on selling blind.
It's not a gambling, though. It's not like. But the thing is,
because if your kid doesn't get it, he wants to buy another one. Oh,
no,
I gotta buy another one.
But they've been doing that forever. If you go buy the Kinder Egg, You don't know what you're getting in there. It
First of
doesn't
all,
tell
you're in
you-
America and you can't get Kinder eggs, so that
You-
shouldn't be a
Yes, we
Second of
comparison.
all,
can. I
I
guess
can get a
there's
Kinder
Kinder
Egg.
eggs at
I thought
Target
those were
right
banned
now.
in America.
No,
they're
they
at
did
Target.
this thing now where they have like the chocolate on one side and the toys on the
Oh,
other side of
really?
the plastic thing.
But
Yeah,
people
it's not
didn't-
actually inside the thing. But the thing
I
is,
know
like,
it's like hockey cards and football basket cards.
But like, you
Pokemon
open a pack
cards,
of cards, you don't know
but
which cards
it's
you're
a
getting.
huge business that I think is partially crossing a line into being illegal.
It's
because
not
they've
gambling because
always
It's
done it, though.
minors. You
But no-
can't promote gambling to minors in any way, shape,
Rick,
or form.
Rick,
And if you
hold on,
advertise
hold on.
this product, you're promoting gambling to
No,
minors.
listen. What you're buying is
Prove it
you're-
differently, man. Otherwise, I will
No.
never change my idea on that.
Listen, okay, let me explain to you why I don't agree with you. One, you're buying a product. That product has exactly the same value of every single product in that packaging. Gambling is I put my money down to hopefully make more money or lose my money. When you get that blind package, you're not losing money. You're just getting a product that maybe you weren't 100% more interested in. Maybe you wanted a different one. That's not gambling. That's you buying a product and not getting exactly what you wanted.
You're
You
not
go to
getting what's
McDonald's
pictured on the
and you
box.
order a Big Mac, and I guarantee you it's not exactly what you want because
Kinda
those
like
two burger patties
Lego
are hanging off the
minifigure.
bun like that, and it's not the same Big Mac you saw in the picture. Is that gambling?
I think it's comparable. Yeah. If
No.
I go to the drive-through at McDonald's and they're like,
It's
give us
gambling.
$5, we're either giving you a tofu burger, a Big Mac, a bag of cat poo, or a Coca-Cola. Give us $5. You
A
can't
bag
do
of
that.
cat
Like you
poo.
can't.
Yes, you
all
drive up.
advertise.
There's a you order the
They
kids
actually
meal.
do now, Rick. They
It's like
do.
in one of the
Look,
boxes. It's like
I
order
went
the
up
kids
to
meal.
gold,
There's 5 different
gold-plated version,
prizes
which is one
that
in
you
a million.
toys you could get.
But
you
you're
don't
never
know what
gonna
you're gonna
get it.
get. You open it up and you're like, darn it, I got that Captain America.
They
Flying
did that for the last few
Red
Happy
Wing
Meals
again.
have been done that way. I went
Yeah,
because
Happy Meals, they don't let you pick a toy often, do they?
no,
I'm not in favor of
and they
blind
didn't
back
even you
of
didn't even
blind
know what
packaged items for children.
you
If you're
didn't
an
even know
adult,
what
do
Happy
whatever you
Meal you
want.
were getting.
You can get a blind box that has either food in it or a knife or a potato. It doesn't matter. But children, I think it's wrong, man.
Yeah, I'm with you, Rick. I don't like it one
They
bit.
hooked me as a kid when I bought all the hockey cards, Star Wars cards, and but there's only 100 cards, so the most you're gonna spend is like $20, $10, and you're gonna get every Happy Days card, or you're gonna get them all. But when it comes to these toys, you could buy 100 of them and not get a speeder bike, or not get Darth Vader, or the gold-plated Reebok shoe from those mini brands toys.
Hold on, Mr. B, did I fix that? Do you now have a wrench?
No, he doesn't.
Try again because I just made. Oh yeah, now you have a wrench.
But Jonathan does have a point. It's like loot boxes in video games. Those were proven to be wrong for children, and they
made a lot of money with those.
They became illegal. They changed.
Or
the
have
laws
you ever
to
gone
make
to a
them illegal.
convention and there's a vendor there selling brown paper bags? Here is a brown paper bag. It is $10, or you can buy this one for $25. We're not telling you what's in it.
Those are terrible.
It could
Those
be a
are the
broken
worst.
Funko Pop. It could be a
You
coloring
never
book.
want to.
It could be
You
chewed
never
on
want to
crayon.
buy those. You
That
never
should
want to
not
buy
be
those.
even legal.
Listen,
No.
but what they're saying is like, hey, it's valued to be at least $40,
According to who?
according to them.
Well,
According to the suggested retail.
I
of
value
the
this
stuff
at
they put in the
$100
bag.
US.
Well,
So
I mean,
I'm accurate.
and now all you got to do is find somebody to pay you $100.
Yeah.
I
But it's
I
a
agree.
brown paper bag.
Yeah.
It'll
But I
sell
will
quick in a brown
say-
paper bag.
I will say McDonald's did try to do that with their Happy Meals, because about a month or two ago, my dad said, "Get me a cheeseburger Happy Meal on the way through. I want one of those." He wanted something that was in the Happy Meal.
It's a
And when
toy.
I went through the drive-through, I said, "It's funny, but my dad wants a cheeseburger Happy Meal." And he goes, "You can't order a cheeseburger right now. We're doing a thing where we're testing out blind Happy Meals."
No
and I was like,
way,
"What?"
really?
And they said, "Yeah, you just have to order a Happy Meal and you get what you get." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And they went, "Yeah." I was like, "They've never had that. You could always order what you wanted." He goes, "Yeah, it's a test market thing we're doing."
No,
So,
but you're still getting a product.
so we ordered a Happy Meal,
Get
and
a
he got
box of
chicken,
apple pies,
and he
though.
got chicken nuggets. He was mad. He was like, "God damn it!" I wanted a
We
cheeseburger."
would all eat them. But if John's dad wanted a cheeseburger, he should have got
Yeah.
the able to get that seems wrong, man.
He
You
got
couldn't do
chicken
that in
nuggets.
Canada. I'm pretty sure you couldn't do that in Canada. That's partially one of the reasons why Target was eventually kicked out of Canada, because they couldn't follow certain rules when it comes to packaging, and the amount of your product has to be from Canadian wholesalers. You can't just import everything from China or from Ohio.
So, John,
We've been
John.
tracking this. We've been tracking this, and with the new blind boxes, and it's up to about 70% of the stock is being opened in the store.
Yes.
And people are looking. They're not stealing the product. What we found out is they're opening them and looking to see what figure it is, and then when they find the right figure, they bring the open box to the register and buy it.
Oh,
So they're not stealing
It
them.
almost
They're actually
promotes
just
doing that.
opening them up to find which figure they wanted. And
So what I think will happen is Walmart will stop
I had
ordering
to
Lego.
I had to spend the last month going into stores and getting an accurate count of how many
wow.
boxes were opened, how many the store threw away, and how many were opened and they think purchased at the register, to prove to Lego that more of them are being opened and destroyed than they are actually selling. And Lego's thinking of getting rid of the blind box.
Yeah,
Because of the data we collected in the last month.
That's a good
That's
point,
good.
John. If you're picking,
I'm
these
glad you guys
returns
are
up
collecting
for-
that data.
They're
John,
they're
was
still
there-
going to make minifigures and have minifigure sets, but they're going to make a way to identify what characters in each package.
So, John, can I ask you a question? Does anybody in these corporate meetings ever discuss the possibility that this is considered gambling?
No, they don't consider it gambling.
Because it's not gambling.
Yeah. The only reason they're going to go away from it is because they're losing money. Because people are opening them.
It's still a gray area, right? Like I had to cut myself off cold turkey from playing FIFA Ultimate Team for many years, because it's like opening card packs and for players, and like it was an addiction at one point. Right?
That's SKU number here, or whatever you want to call it. This identifies this as being like, let's say this is the He-Man version of.
Well, they're not going to do it that way. Lego's actually going to print the character's
You have
picture.
to do that. You have to.
The picture is going to be on there somewhere.
John.
Yeah, but I mean, for SKU purposes, because a box of these that are 12 different characters are basically the same. They're sold under the same kind of price, the unit, SKU, so to speak. But
John,
there is always a way to find out what it is, but you might have to do some research. Like Dino's done some videos on it.
Yeah, he did a couple of
these
videos.
Codes on most of these
but
blind boxes.
minifigures do not have codes on them.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I said, most.
Yeah,
He did find something on a box that showed which thing was.
That's for the Ghostbuster ones. Yeah.
So, John, I got to ask you a question about the Lego. Just real quick. Did Lego patent or something on the Lego run out recently?
Yes, they don't. They no longer can have a patent on the Lego brick. Yeah, that's correct. It ran out. The patent ran out.
There's a couple of because GeForce is saying
that's why you're seeing all these. That's why you're seeing all these other companies now that produce Lego bricks, and that also is a big problem. Where I think what it's going to end up doing is it's going to force Lego to lower their prices.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Because some of them, like the ones you can buy on Temu and I think AliExpress, they're actually the exact same plastic and the exact same brick. And because what happens is Lego has a factory, say, in Vietnam and a factory in China, and they have a factory in Malaysia. Well, I think the one in China, what they do is when they're done built, so say they're printing out all the bricks for the Titanic, and they at the end of the line, all the bricks for bag 1 goes into a bag that's labeled bag 1, and they all have the Lego stamp on them, on the bricks, and they have a Lego on the bag. And then those bags go in a Lego box. Well, at 6 p.m., the plant shuts down. The little die that has the Lego name on it gets taken out of the mold. So the mold is still there, but that little die that has Lego on it is a separate piece. So they pull that out of the mold, and then they turn the machine back on and print out the same bricks without the Lego tag on them.
And that's
And then,
all done fraudulently, not legally.
and they put them in a generic bag,
Yeah.
and that generic bag goes in a generic box and gets sent to Temu and to AliExpress.
Yeah, you're gonna
So
see that.
they are the exact same plastic on the exact same line, the exact same bricks and everything. And but they're selling them for half the price, sometimes even a quarter of the price
I
that
think I'm
Lego
gonna
is selling.
I think I'm gonna order a bunch,
licensing.
John. I'm gonna brand them as Verno bricks.
Yeah, you could.
There's last week I posted a short. There's new fake Legos, boot Legos in my local department store called London Drugs. They were
Yeah.
all radio control. They had a tank, a police car, a Jeep, and something else. And they were all like about this big. They were all $10. Like
Some
it's
company reached out to me and they were like,
and they're
"Hey,
all the exact same as Lego. It says Fitz Legos. And
yeah."
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Some company wanted to send me their sets to review, and I don't build Lego, so I'm like, well,
it might have
no.
been this
I mean,
Canadian company.
it was from China or whatever, but it was like they were explaining like Lego no longer has this thing. Now we're going to do these Legos. Would you like to have these sets, and then would you review them on your thing? But to me, I'm kind of like, no, not really. I mean,
Because you're not a Lego channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I have a feeling that in coming years, Lego's going to be forced to reduce the price to compete in the market, or they're going to seriously start losing market share.
Or hire some security at the
Lego's
factory.
Lego's advantage is that they have the reputation and the connections with all the various like license holders and whatnot. So until you see some competitor get some compelling licenses,
Right.
you're probably not going to lose out major market share on a lot of the like collector sets and whatnot. So. Like,
but
you're not going to see some knockoff Star Wars sets.
Yeah, you do. The stuff on Temu, you can buy the Star Wars sets. The same Star Wars sets that you can buy from Lego.
But they're not branded Star Wars, are they?
Well, they are
because
in China because they don't have the same copyright rules.
They don't have the same copyright laws and rules that we do.
Yeah.
They do kind of get around it by saying like the space walker, and it's the AT-AT, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I love names like that.
So yeah.
All right. Anybody interested in playing the Name It in 30 Seconds?
Oh, real quick though, there was one other thing. I don't have to pull up pictures, but I was pleasantly surprised to see the Technodrome from Ninja Turtles was released recently.
Do they have pictures of it yet?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. Yeah, it's like the old one that I grew up with.
But it's how can it like it's weird because I find stuff on Amazon all the time, and I don't know what their agreement is with the manufacturers of toys, the toy companies. But like if Amazon for 3 days is selling like this Technodrome made by Playmates, who is the main license holder for Ninja Turtles, with no photos, and it's now like the number 2 selling toy in Amazon in the past day, but yet it hasn't even been announced, revealed, photos shown by Playmates. Like how? Like people on YouTube get in trouble for showing a dinosaur toy they bought the day before it gets revealed, but yet the biggest company in the world can do it, and it makes. I don't get it, man. Like
I still haven't seen one picture of this thing
because there is no pictures of it.
Yeah,
you can buy it though. It just says there's no pictures.
Wow, maybe they'll cancel you. Can't cancel your order. Okay, who wants to play? You guys want to play or no?
Are we playing? I don't care. Yeah, I'll play.
All right. Who wants? Who against who? I'm not playing.
Is it me and Rick then?
No, go ahead.
You guys can go.
Okay. Who's going first?
Isn't it always the one on the right?
Okay, we'll do the one on the right. You want me to put you on the right?
That's what we did. I thought
on my screen, I'm on the left.
Oh, are you?
Well, I'm on the left on your screen
too. All right, 30 seconds. It's Name It in 30 seconds. This is a little game show we like to do.
Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, King.
Right before we end the show.
Ghidorah,
okay, so Rick, you're gonna go. Rickolite, you're gonna go first. You ready? I'm going to read the question, then start
the Godzilla monsters.
And it is name as many Muppets as you can. Go.
Kermit, Miss Piggy, Animal, Fozzie Bear, Beaker, the scientist who stands beside Beaker,
no,
little baby Kermit, but he's not called
No.
Baby Kermit. I don't know his name.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, dude. Fozzie Bear,
No.
Dr. Teeth,
Yeah.
Janice.
Who?
Janice, she's in the band. Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch, Ernie,
Okay.
Bert.
Ah.
You can't say no, those are all Muppets.
Okay.
They're not
those are-
Muppets.
Sesame Street
found it.
characters.
Officially
you got
Jim
eight.
Henson Muppet.
7. Okay.
You got
seven.
7.
Rick,
I
remember
can't believe
you-
he didn't say Miss Piggy. What the hell?
He did. He
Oh,
did.
he did?
At the-
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
All right. All right, let's see. Mod Extra saying that Sesame Street included. Yes, they are considered Muppets.
So then my number is.
So then
double.
you
But
get 9.
Big Bird is not a Muppet.
What are you
How's
talking
Big Bird
about?
not a
Big
Muppet?
Bird.
Wait,
Jim Henson
that's
was not
confusing.
inside Big
If you're
Bird.
gonna say Sesame Street's included, he gets Big Bird
No.
and Oscar the Grouch.
No. Hold on. Oscar is a Muppet. Big Bird is not a Muppet. A Muppet is the puppet that they do with their
No,
hand.
because you have
Monster
Muppets.
guy.
You
They're all
Yeah,
Muppets.
Big
yeah,
Monster was a
Sweetums.
Muppet. Yeah.
Sweetums.
Sweetums.
No,
Yeah.
Big Bird is a
But he's
dude in a
man.
suit. That's not a Muppet.
Yes, it
But
is.
then what is Sweetums? The big monster.
Sweetums
the
is a Muppet. Vern,
Yeah.
Not a Muppet either.
Fraggle
No,
Rock.
no,
He's
no,
in
no.
the
His
Muppets.
Controlled by a
in
dude
the
with a hand. You
Muppets,
guys gonna
then
have to look. No, you guys have to look at. Anyways, the Muppet question.
Yoda's a Muppet.
He got 7. All right, ready?
If he's in the Muppets, he's
Johnny
a
Five, are
Muppet.
you ready?
No matter how he is.
Johnny 5. Well, that's an argument for another day. But Muppets are the puppets.
No, it's argument for
All right.
today.
Big Bird's not.
Yes, it is.
Big Bird is not a Muppet. All right, ready, John?
All right.
Name as many movie robots as you can.
C3PO, R2D2, 4LOM, TC14, the Saturn V robot. What the heck was his name again? Carl. Robot. There's one just called Robot. The Robot. Whatever. Let's see. T-Bob.
I don't know what that's
Rosie the robot.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna give you 7.
Your
on that
name.
one also.
I got
Johnny Five.
Johnny
Oh yeah, Johnny
Five
Five.
alive.
Johnny
Need
Five.
input.
Wiki.
Uh,
All right.
Man, I could.
All right.
there's a lot of robots, but it's tough.
Snuffleupagus or whatever. All right. All right, Rick. Rick,
Snuffleupagus.
you're up
Chappie-
next.
Chappie
So
is a
it's
good one.
7 to
Yeah.
7, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Chappie.
7 to
Chappie.
7. Rick. Name as many Mel Gibson movies as you can.
Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon 2, Lethal Weapon 3, Lethal Weapon 4, Mad Max, Mad Max 2 Beyond Thunderdome, Mad Max 3, the third movie. Damn it. Something evil Santa, bad Santa, or some kind of Santa thing. He was a bad Santa. He was an evil Santa. Jesus Christ movie, the Christ, Apocalypse Christ, Braveheart. That's my final answer.
Oh,
7.
7.
You got 7. Yeah.
What's
We
the
were-
Passion of the
we were
Christ? Passion of the
soldiers.
Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he wasn't in that. I think
he wasn't
just
actually in
directed
that.
it.
But it was his.
It's a Mel Gibson movie.
Did you say
Was it
Braveheart?
so loose? Yeah, he
Last.
at the end.
Okay,
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So you got 14. Ready,
Why
John?
does it- Man, he's done probably 100. 180, and I got 8 or 5.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You only got so many because you knew all the
The Patriot,
Survival
what
Eagles.
women want.
All right, ready,
Yeah.
ready, Johnny 5.
No, I'm not ready, but
Vietnam
go
one.
ahead.
Name as many Chevy.
Oh,
Chase
give me a
movies.
break. Chevy
as-
Chase is
as you
100,000 years old. I guess there's European Vacation. There's Vacation, Christmas Vacation. Was he in Stripes? Was he
No.
in? Was he in the one with the gopher? What was that one called? God
He
damn
was.
it!
He was in that one.
That's not the title.
And the
I know,
Asian
but I
Ghost.
don't remember what it was called. I have no clue anymore. Spies Like Us. Was he in that? Three
Yeah.
Amigos.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, you got
5.
5.
And all those
Caddyshack.
movies have sequels, I think, except Three Amigos.
Caddyshack. That's it. Caddyshack. Yeah.
Fletch lives.
Fletch. Yeah, he was in Fletch.
Man,
Yeah.
Fletch
Modern
was
Problems.
But yeah, you had all the Lampoon family movies, right? Like
Okay,
all
we
of
got
them.
Three Amigos.
With his 3 different
Spies Like
wives and
Us,
3 different
Caddyshack.
children.
Funny
oh,
Farm.
no.
Funny Farm. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
See, but
Ramen
all
Man.
those,
Just
See,
tune
like
in.
the thing is some of the
made
Mel
us too,
Gibson
Ramen Toy.
movies are movies that people might have watched in the last 10 years. There's not a single Chevy Chase movie except for maybe
'Cause-
Christmas
Oh, we're good.
Vacation that
Honey
anyone would have
Farm.
watched in the last
Yeah.
10 years. They're all
Because
like,
he went off the rails and
yeah, they're all
yeah.
500 years old.
You pick two actors who literally, I bet, have been in more than 100 movies each as actors. Like that's, and it's you put someone on the spot. Like
Yeah.
next week,
It's
next
tough.
week,
It's not easy.
yeah, bring on a
Hey,
couple of new people because it's tough, man.
Alright.
Sam
if you
Jackson.
if you watched Stu's movie trivia last week, oh, I shit in the bed big time. It's not easy being put on the spot like that. Yeah.
It's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to see what
Oh,
the
no fire
Hey,
chicken.
Ramen's in the chat here.
He's basically telling Rick that the admin for the Facebook group, it was done by somebody else. So no.
And he says fire chicken's a no-go. I would
Did he
trademark
say
fire chicken.
it won't be called
just
fire
because.
chicken? We're
No.
trying to get
What
it.
about the what about the ramen rider? Come on.
Yeah,
No,
Ramen
we don't want
Rider.
royalties.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Good to see you, buddy.
So did someone go out and tell him, "Hey, Rick's on Verge's show and he's talking about you"?
They did.
And then he came in.
I just lost one subscriber, and you know,
All right. Do you guys want to know what the tiebreaker actually was? It was not an actual name it in 30 seconds. I'm going to show it to you. See if you guys can do a guess, and then we'll go look and see what the answer is. You guys want to do that?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, you
Google
too,
it.
Eric. You can play along.
Thie,
with this
let's
question.
do the
Siri.
Thie. Let's do the Thie Fighter Breaker.
Without everybody looking, people can throw it in the chat too, and we'll go look it up.
hey Alexa.
Oh, I'm
What?
coming to Joe Fest, Ramen. I'll be there at Joe Fest to see you at your
Oh,
booth. And we're
I
gonna
know this.
video.
Yeah.
We're gonna
What
video that
open
stuff.
or used vintage Star Wars figure has sold for the most on eBay?
Oh, on
Open.
eBay.
I'm
I thought
gonna
you were
say-
referring to the recent auction.
I'm gonna say a double telescoping Luke.
No.
Well,
I'd
because the
still-
Boba Fett that sold wasn't a used.
And I'm
Star
going
Wars figure,
to
it was
do
a
my
prototype.
search. The search is going to be Kenner Star Wars figure.
On eBay.
Yes.
I'm gonna say double telescoping, not Luke. I'm gonna say a Vader.
I'd
That
still
one- that
assume
one
the
is a-
rocket
that one's
firing.
pretty up there, but
the Boba Fett is still up there. The rocket firing Boba Fett.
yeah,
Yeah, but
G-Force
that's a
and I will
prototype.
both be there. Ramen Toys, Ace. We will come to see you, and we'll video that cool thing and put it up on YouTube.
Yeah,
Isn't that-
Boba Fett prototype sold
It's
for $545,000 US plus fees.
it's blue. I think it's a yak face. I'm still gonna stay with yak face.
He's only $600.
I will not be at Joe Fest, unfortunately. So I
Yeah,
wish
Vern-
I was, but
Vern just like,
hopefully somebody will find me an exclusive and get me something.
We in Canada here.
well, I won't have
Snowfest,
any money. I don't think I'll have any money to buy anything. I'm gonna have just enough money to pay for the hotel and get my gas to get up there.
You can sell your video camera.
I don't even think I'll have money to buy food. That's how close it's coming.
All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the view really quick.
And it's only going to show the past 3 months too,
Okay.
right?
It could be a blue snaggletooth, but I think it's going to be a yak
Okay,
face.
$600 most.
Because
I'll
no
just
one in their
upgrade
right
it.
mind is going to sell a double telescoping like on eBay. That's ridiculous.
All right,
Well, people do, which is sad, and they sell graded stuff, which is more sad.
so you guys, so on eBay, it's open, pre-owned, right? Not carded.
I think the
And
most
not with-
valuable would be
And not
double
with the packaging.
telescoping.
I was thinking loose, not with the
Yeah.
packaging.
So,
right?
so I did a search, Kenner Star Wars figures, and the search came up this way. And the number one was, of course, that's carded, right? So then the next
Vinyl
one
Cape
down,
Jawa.
which is
Oh, yeah,
a
Vinyl
Cape
Cape Jawa.
Jawa,
Yeah.
went for a best offer. It was 6,000. We don't really know if it
So
was
that's
sold
not
for
loose.
6,000.
That's
Yeah.
not
No,
loose.
It is because it's not on
It's
a
not
card.
loose. It's
It's
not
not
loose.
on a card.
It's encapsulated in polycarbonate. It's
But
not
it was
loose.
no. This is open.
Not loose. It's
Scroll-
graded. Graded is
Keep
not loose.
scrolling down. Just keep
You
scrolling
cannot
down.
type
Let's see what else.
loose in a graded auction, and people will buy it because that means it's not graded if it's loose.
They did not open that They did
Yeah, they
not
did.
open that.
That one doesn't
To get
have
it
a
graded.
head.
Yeah,
That other
that
one
was
didn't have a head.
That's a prototype was 2300. So it is the vinyl cape Jawa. You all lose.
It doesn't count.
G-Force, we're gonna have to buy one cheeseburger, cut it in half, and
I think
share
the first
cheeseburger.
word in your description was the word loose or opened.
No, I just put Kenner and I just looked for the first one that would.
No, but when you asked us, you said, "What's the most expensive loose vintage Kenner action figure?"
No, I didn't. I said,
"Pull up the graphic."
Open used.
Open used.
Okay, so open. That Jawa was opened, right? It was not in the package.
Not open. It's in a sealed polycarbonate acrylic.
Open
case.
means that it was taken off the original packaging. Somebody else put it in there. This is open. If I go ahead and send it in and they put it in a plastic case, it's still an open figure.
It's a lot of money for a vinyl cape Jawa, no matter
is.
how you look at it.
Especially
Loose,
because
not
I
in a
probably
case.
made that vinyl cape out of like a 3-ring binder.
I forgot about that
I almost
figure.
I almost got 3,000 US for mine 3-4 months ago. Loose, not graded, not in a case. So you can touch it and play with it.
All right.
Yeah.
So Cedar
And
Stuff is saying if
smell
I'm
it.
searching on eBay, it won't hit all the cells. Yeah, you're probably right. Laxtane, take your BB gun. Oh, you can shoot a squirrel.
Yeah, he wants me to shoot squirrels and rabbits to eat.
I've seen
that's
those guys
cool.
eat squirrels on that like survival show.
and Jonathan's saying you might not get the cheeseburger. You might end up with a blind bag and get nuggies.
Get pigeon burgers. When there's
Yeah,
no
you might not
rules,
get
like
All right.
you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I'll pick you up on the way. If you
All right, so-
seriously want to go, I need someone to keep me awake in the car. I have a fear that I'm gonna fall asleep halfway through and be in a ditch. Because I seriously can't drive even an hour and a half to go up to the house without almost falling asleep in the car. So I don't know how I'm gonna drive 7 hours without falling
John,
asleep.
have you ever watched a movie from beginning to end in one sitting?
Without a nap in the middle.
I do quite often fall asleep. Yes, I do. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, Eric,
I've fallen asleep while playing Diablo before, so I'm
So
like in the
is
middle
Bob.
of I'm in the middle of an action video game, and I'll be like,
you know what's hilarious? He was probably streaming it too. You see his
Yeah.
character running around, then he stops running and he just stands there.
and all the viewers eventually
And
go
everybody's
away.
like chatting along. And John
Oh,
says
there's a law YouTuber, if you know what a law YouTuber is, who recently was on a live stream all drunk and making stuff look like this. That bad stuff happens, man.
Why is that? Why are you always watching that stuff? That
I'm not
drives
watching it.
me
It's like
nuts. And then
news.
you come over here and talk about it.
You can clip that part out. Just nothing profane.
Eric, you got your first video coming up this week?
Yeah, no.
All right. John,
He's
what do you
still
got coming
editing
up
it.
this week?
Oh, I don't know if I'm ever going to get any of these videos done. I have a bunch that I started. I never finished any of them. So I don't know.
I like your latest video, Vern. That was a good one on those
Which one?
latest Marvel Legends.
Oh yeah, I tried to
Just
do
a
something a
dum-dum?
little bit different where I thought like if I talked about Nick Fury or whatever, a little history of Nick Fury and Dum Dum, but I
Good video.
don't know. It's just it's like all my other videos. It just sits slowly.
But on the positive side, right here, I am sitting right now back in the studio at the table that I used to do all my stuff on. It's just in a different location in the room. But it is clear. There's no toys piled on it. And finally, this room has no piles of boxes and toys all over the place. The toy room has a floor that I can see. So
that's
we
nice,
are
right?
we are
You're
almost
making
back
progress.
We are almost back in operation. Yes.
Somebody keeps sending me these USB fans,
Oh, those are cool.
but they don't fit nothing. Like I have 4 different iPhones, they don't fit any of them, and I'm like, but I don't know who they are. Like, but they somehow have my address. 2 days in a row, I get the doorbell or the UPS guys package for Rick. I'm like, oh yeah.
You know what's funny is like the person that's ordering them
it hasn't been
probably
revealed
can't-
yet, and it's a stupid 33-cent fan from
the
Temu
person
or whatever.
the person who's ordering them probably can't figure out why they're not getting delivered.
ridiculous.
That's funny. It's probably one of his neighbors.
If you send me stuff, kind of let me know in advance. You know,
It's got to be one of his neighbors. They're
All right.
just going to the wrong house.
All right, so Eric's
in
not got
California.
anything coming up. John doesn't know because he's got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to do the quick kick, but I'm going to do the quick kick and the Marvel Legends Shang-Chi together to show the differences between the two. And then Rick, I know you got your live stream on Thursday. That is the Acolyte after show.
I'll be on that.
Yeah.
On that.
So
looking
if
forward
you're
to it, guys. Again, thumbs up like if it's good and thumbs down if it's bad. But I don't know because I haven't seen it. So I'm positive thinking. I don't hate stuff before I know about it, unless it's bananas or Brussels sprouts. I know they're bad.
When is Joe Fest, by the way?
Soon.
I'm driving up there on June 19th. So.
Okay, 19th. So it's that weekend. Is it all weekend or what is it?
Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
Because the 19th is Wednesday.
No, 19th is a. Oh, okay. No, I'm driving up on the 20th. Then I'm driving up on Thursday.
All right.
I know what's going on. On the 19th, I'm going to the house because the house is an hour and a half away. And then I'm sleeping there and getting up early in the morning on Thursday and driving the rest of the way.
All right. And hopefully you won't fall asleep on either one of those trips. If you do, they have these things on the side of the freeway. They're called rest stops.
Yeah, yeah.
Just bring a pillow. All
That's
right.
what I'm going to have.
Not advisable.
Lots of things happen at those.
Lock your doors.
Don't go in the men's room.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, everybody in the chat, we really appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us for a couple hours on Saturday, talking about action figures and toys and stuff like that. And if you missed anything, you can always catch the rewatch, or you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or basically anywhere that you get your podcast. And if you haven't already, Left Coast Graphics has his Left Coast Theories podcast that you should subscribe to and be able to listen to all of his podcasts. Make sure you subscribe to all of our YouTube channels. You got the Super Awesome Geek Show, you got Left Coast Graphics, and you got Sir Eric Brown, who's one day going to post his first video.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. So anyways, everybody, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Toy Duo team.
Exactly, G-Force. You got it.
Here's all.
Bye-bye. Stay awesome.
Toys, 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 manly toys, 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 toys.